Yo, what's going on, guys? We're gonna have a bit of a change of plans here. Let me update the titles. Oh, good stuff, Brooke. Did you try it out yet? Yo, need to change the titles because we got a new plan going here. Alrighty. So, yeah, change of plan. We're gonna join Shaky for an hour of 2 rows, and then we're gonna do our PvP tier list as we discussed on Sunday. I know y'all like the tier list. Let's get it done. What? Something hit my mount? Heck no. Alrighty, guys. Let me... Hold on. Let me see, what channel am I in? Alright, let's do our usual Discord spam real quick, and we can get started. Tonight's gonna be fun. For sure. How's everyone doing? Middle of the week already. You know, 2 weeks ago, time was going real slow, but now it's suddenly picked up because I got internet. Sorry, just doing my Discord thingamajigs here. We're almost good. We're just autoing to 2 rows. We're gonna do an hour of 2 rows, and then we're gonna go over and do our tier list. It's gonna be fun. Ara, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. How's it going? What's up, Shio? Just got back from school. Nice, man. How you doing? The Gaming Zombie, what's up, dude? How's everyone doing today? Hope y'all are doing well. Tonight's gonna be a fun night. I gotta grind out at least 2 hours, guys, because I got these J scrolls which are gonna expire. I know I'm burning some right now, just autoing, but is what it is. Didn't have enough time to finish it off. Can't tune in long. Good luck with the stream. I'll watch the VOD. Awesome. Thank you for dropping by, though, Ara. Hope you're doing well. Alrighty, what else do I need to do here? Alright, we're good on the Discord end of things. I think we are pretty much set up here. We're good to go. What am I doing all the way here? Okay, we took a weird route around Grana. Got it. Adrian, what's good, man? How's everyone doing? How's the life skill grind going? I haven't really been grinding it. I do gather every once in a while just for fun, but not really going too hardcore on it right now. Every direction I go, whether it's life skilling or just upgrading my gear, need so much money. And I've been trying to enhance my red nose to pen. It's just not going, man. I might even consider using a 160 stack or something, but it feels like a waste to use a 160 stack for a pen red nose. What y'all think? I don't know. So depressing. Everything costs like 17 to 20 bill. But hey, once we get the Dead God armor, it's gonna be great. Because Striker's like, you know, Striker's a tanky boy. Getting one of those is gonna be amazing. Then I can actually switch over to like Musk and Lieber build. Hold on. Yo, Shaky, were you talking?
Yo, can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now. I don't know why I couldn't hear you earlier. What's good, man?
Nothing much. I'm pretty good. What about you?
Good. Let me just turn up the volume for them so they can hear you.
Okay.
All right. I think it's up. Let me just turn mine down so it matches it. I don't know why my desktop volume just doesn't get that high. Anyway. Yeah, doing pretty good. I was doing Star's End earlier. Finally found a rotation.
Yeah, getting a rotation of stars is kind of hectic lately.
Yeah, dude.
They always talk about the silver per hour, but it's more about the duel for spots per hour, you know?
Right. Like, I actually found this rotation. I was doing it for like a good 45 minutes. I log off for 10 minutes, come back. There's 3 people there just griefing each other.
Yep.
Like, what happened there?
You go to the bathroom, you'll be back. There's someone grinding in your spot.
Exactly.
It's actually insane.
Yo, let me get my headset on because I don't want them to have some resounds here.
Okay.
But how's your gear, dude? I remember watching one of your videos and you're like, I'm gonna just avoid PvP and just grind hardcore, and it turns out like you have like beast mode gear now.
I'm at 285, 342 Kudum.
Nice,
So
man.
I brought it up pretty much. At this point, I'm just working on getting a belt swap and an offhand swap. So I'm looking to get like
Nice.
Centaur belt, the evasion offhand, and the accuracy offhand. I'm gonna go for Pendandi Penkudum.
Good stuff.
Yep.
Let me just change over my headset.
Yeah,
But
I've been watching your videos, man. You've been doing really well on YouTube. I'm proud of you.
dude, thanks.
I was really
it's
happy to see like you grow because like we need a lot more YouTubers for BDO. So you're doing a really good job.
Oh, definitely. That my content is all around like beginner stuff and
Yeah.
more newbie stuff, but a lot of people need help with that, and I try to make videos that I wish I had. Like for example,
Yeah.
my bartering guide. I wish there was a guide which explained the things I explained. So that's pretty much been my theme going through it, and
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, like, there's not enough new player stuff, so it's good that you put those out. Are you gonna gravitate towards like just like towards like making like your content for like your gear now? Is that what you're looking to do?
I would love to, but I'm in like a bad spot right now mentally because everything is like 20 bill plus to upgrade, and I've been trying to tap my pen red nose for a while. It's just not going.
Okay, I see.
So like I'm just trying to get over this hurdle, because if I can get like my dead god armor, because I have the flame and I have quite a bit of Caphras, but if I can get my dead god armor, I think I'd be like, more motivated.
So are you like, are you grinding more or are you life skilling more right now?
Bit of both. I try to grind
Bit of
Star's
both.
End when I can,
That's
because that's my
good.
favorite spot, but life skill when the spot's taken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Invest in the life skilling, but like I completely stopped myself for the time being.
Yeah, dude. I mean, now you're. Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting I'm using push to talk on Discord, but I mean, now you're at a point where you make like, well over 200 mil an hour grinding, right? So,
Yeah, I mean, at Stars End, it's like close to 300 average,
yeah.
so it's a lot now.
Yeah.
And life skilling, you need like quite a bit of mastery for that to happen. You know.
Yeah, man. Like, I think I was talking to Russ maybe 3 months ago. Like, that guy,
Uh
he
huh.
went hardcore for 2K mastery, and he makes like, well over 3 bill a day doing all this stuff.
Yeah, but
But
you have to
it
invest
takes
so
like,
much silver into life skilling gear.
yeah, that's the thing. Like,
Yep.
getting 2K mastery is like almost, well, 650 plus gear score or whatever.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm already at Turos. I'm at the gate like just north of Talabar's Rope. If you know where that is.
All right. I'm on the south side here. Here, let me whisper you. What's your family name?
ShakyBay.
Gotcha. Here, let's party up.
There we go. Oh my God, Spirit perfumes are still sold out. That's insane to me.
Oh, are they? Oh, dude,
Yeah,
we're pretty
they've
close
been
by.
sold
All right.
out all today.
Oh man. Oh, people already asking for the tier list. Yo, guys, we're gonna grind for about an hour, and after
Oh, the
after
tier
that,
list.
we'll hit it up.
The tier list. Everyone's angry.
Nah, just the ninjas. Well,
Just the
this one
ninjas.
they're gonna be happy, but in every other tier list, they're like, oh hell
So,
no.
are we talking about like PVE, PV, like
PvP.
1v1? Okay, so like 1v1 or large scale. What are we talking about here?
Let's do 1v1.
1v. So okay, 1v1. Okay,
I
sounds
mean,
good.
I mean that's like your forte. You're like, one of the
No,
gods.
I do a lot of open world. So like I know large scale as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well,
All right,
shit.
let me just grab some potions really quick, and then we'll see if this rotation's open.
Yeah. Forbidden, I've been doing a lot of Striker for grinding, man. I use my Mystic for life skilling because she has all the costumes. Rookie mistake I made early on.
Oh, so you're still playing your Mystic?
Dude, it's my life skilling character. It has all the costumes. I used to think that I would never do life skills, but it's just so much money for so little effort.
Yeah, like cooking is like the easiest thing ever
Yeah.
for money.
Dude, I'm actually curious. I should get more people to do this. I want to get people using the desktop APM meter a lot more, because it's really interesting comparing different classes and how much APM you're putting into it. Like for me,
Oh shit.
when I go to
Yeah.
like freaking Star's End, I'm doing like 70 APM, but when I go to Sakraya, it's like 80 plus, and
Yeah.
I'm working a lot harder.
All right, cool. This rotation's open, so I'm ready to pop LS whenever. I'll just like guide you through the
Yep, same.
polls.
I'm gonna
Let
be
me go ahead
popping
and
my
pop
J
back
scroll as
over.
well because they're gonna expire. I got two which are gonna expire by tomorrow.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm ready to pop buffs.
All right, let's do this.
All right, so for this one, I'll just pull this, and then I can do a lot of the range pulling. You can just go to that 3-pack.
All right.
I'll just range pull that over here.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, how do you pull them so they're not like standing in place?
So this spot is like you want to pop aggro's here usually, right? Sometimes the mobs you just can't do anything; they'll just get pulled separately. But like even then, like these pulls right now, these are like the best you're gonna get them. I
Gotcha.
think it's like what we're gonna do. Hash is S tier PVE right now, just
Absolutely,
like
dude.
striker.
A striker with gear, not like me.
No, it's like all good. Let me tell this 3-pack. It's super easy. You'll see.
Doing good, Ayasoka. How are you, man? Chaplain, what's up, my dude? This is the ghillie suit. This is a ghillie
All
suit,
right,
guys.
so this one I can just like literally range pull it as well.
Gotcha. So, do you just stream during the daytime, or when's your usual schedule?
I haven't been streaming as of late. I don't know if you've heard, but the whole DMCA stuff, my channel got like 2 of them on Twitch, and they were
Yeah,
even over a deleted clip, so I had to delete like all my clips. But I contacted Twitch staff, so they like fixed all my stuff, so like we're Gucci.
yeah, yeah. I've
Um,
always used Stream Beast because I've heard like people like Devin Nash crying about that for months. On like, all
yeah,
right, I'm
it
not even gonna
happened.
mess with that.
It became more of a problem recently, so
Yeah, I heard the news. Like a lot of streamers, even things like they delete. That's like crazy.
that's what happened to me. I had all my deleted clips. That's what they got found. So it was pretty wild. But I usually stream like at night or like in the morning.
Gotcha. Oh,
I'm gonna be
you must be
streaming
one of those
again.
people with like a normal sleep schedule, I'm guessing.
Yeah. um, I should be back to streaming maybe like sometime this week. I think.
Good stuff, dude.
Just been focusing on YouTube.
Yeah, you're pumping out some content pretty frequently.
Yep.
I think January was my worst month because I moved in between, so I didn't have like,
Yeah, it's always rough.
yeah, I didn't have
Okay, so
internet for a while.
that 3 pull, you can pull that to me. You can just pull it here, and then I can pull the other pack, and then we get one really big pull here.
What do you think about them adding these icons for like super armor, frontal guard, and all that stuff?
I think it's really good for new players. Obviously, it only shows in BA, doesn't show on large scale or Node Wars.
Oh yeah,
So I'm completely fine with that personally. I think it's good for new players because
it's not like the auto targeting thing where they completely went Pepega on us.
auto targeting is a little stupid in my opinion. But
It kind of is, yeah.
I think this was a good change. It shows for themselves too.
Yeah,
I think BDO needs to do something where the player base starts understanding the game a little bit more. Because the
yeah,
disconnect between people who play the game for a long time and spend their time learning classes between like the average player is really big. Like what someone might think on the higher end will be a lot different from someone who is new
yeah.
or plays it casually, right? So I think it's good they're adding things like that. Like I think it's a good thing they added it.
Yeah, one thing I really appreciate about BDO compared to any other MMORPGs, they actively try to improve the game.
Yeah,
Like, even if it's like
100%.
something that's been around forever, that's like the main reason I say BDO will be relevant for at least another 3 to 5 years. So
I think like with all the content they're adding, because like our biggest complaints was group content and then not rewarding PvP content, and they're announcing to be fixing all of this stuff. So
yeah, I heard in like the
this
Calpheon
could be
Ball,
like the actual next big MMO at this rate because it's growing right now. So
dude, it's already one of the biggest in terms of
yeah,
player base.
it's like right behind Final Fantasy, and it's just growing because of all the changes that's coming out.
I really am tempted to play Final Fantasy again. It's just that it feels so mundane after playing BDO for so long. It's like, nothing special. But I think I will try it out when they come out with a new expansion. But overall, BDO's been like killing it in terms of the updates. That's like my main thing. Like if you have a game which has like a pretty expensive cash shop, but you're putting in the time and effort to improve the game constantly and actually like make it good, I'm okay with that. I'll gladly give them my money. Yo, I'm so not doing this right. What's up, guys? Peppies, thank you for the follow. Damage numbers soon. The thing is, damage numbers in this game, guys, it's like it doesn't really help much. Go Shaky, you there?
I have a quick phone call. My bad. We're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All good, all good. Yeah, someone was saying damage numbers soon. I'm like, damage numbers isn't really going to help in this game, in my opinion. Just because every attack has like multiple hits to it. It's like, it just be a clusterfuck. Maple Story, it was nice, but this, I don't think so.
I think they should just start showing people's gear scores above their name.
Dude, I'd be down for that.
That should be a thing by now.
That'd be toxic. But I would like that. I would
Oh,
definitely.
there's somebody here trying to PvP. You have the deck here.
Yeah. What's going on? Is that a guild thing?
Yeah.
Son of a gun. Come on back. Let's get it. Yeesh, there's two of them.
Yeah, we can hop if you want, because I don't want to waste this loot scroll.
Yeah. Let's do it, because I ain't popped the J. Hold on. Let me... I'll DM you a world, unless you already have. Alright.
Yeah, sounds good. Just DM me.
Yo, Smelly, what's up, man? Chumantis, what's going on? Yeah, I know, right? What's up, John? Yeah, uh-oh, my game just crashed. Dude, my game crashed, hold up.
Okay.
Oh, that happens. Jace, no problem, man. Glad you like it. Screen space, gotcha, Musassin. I'll check it out. Yeah, I mean, it's there in the damage numbers are there in Global Labs if you guys want to see it. I'm pretty sure it's there. 236 AP, I know, but the trash loot's pretty low at that AP. Just because you can kill it doesn't mean it's going to be efficient for you. Alright, just logging back in, guys. I'll turn the screen back on. Alright, dude, I'm logging back in. Hold up. No, Ghoulie, I was just 236 AP in that recent video I put up today for Star's End. Alright, dude. Let's do this. I'm gonna just drop my graphics all the way down to the crappiest quality. Let's go N64 style. Because it's a bit difficult seeing assassins in PvP. 21 hours for the HP pot, bro. Alright, dude. I'm back. Let's go. All right. Where is this elite dude at?
He didn't spawn. There has to be a third line of text for it to spawn.
Gotcha.
When the 2 lines pop up, it just means that he's gonna come soon, basically.
What's a blinking red thing behind us?
Blinking red thing. I don't see anything.
Never mind. It was some rock that was blinking red. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm guessing that was like an ore or something to mine. Whatever. Stupid pets. Oh, that's not good. Yo, Trey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I mean, I got carried with the freaking HP potion. 23 minutes on the Blood Wolves, 28 minutes on Sherikon, and 20 hours on Braun. Yo, Shaky, you got any of the BDO rare items? Infinite HP potion and shit?
I have the compass.
Compass, nice.
I tried for the infinite pot, so the mansion piece took me like 70 hours.
Yeah. Oh, I think
There
that's
we go.
right.
And then the Shira Ruins piece over 200 no drop, so I just gave up.
Whoa. Dude,
Yeah.
that's scary. I always told my stream that I would never go for the HP pot unless I was like completely carried. So when I made my striker, I was like farming up SP. So I did Garmots on my striker. And I'm like, all right, Blood Wolves is right next door. Let's go farm some SP. 23 minutes in, I get the pot piece. I'm like, guild's like flipping out. They're like, boosted. Crap. Wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I mean, I know people who've dropped the potions in like a day, full thing.
Oh, shit, that's
It's
insane.
just-
Yeah.
It's purely RNG, but the drop rate is definitely rare.
Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, 23 minutes of Blood Wolves. Gil's like flipping. I'm like, all right, let's go to Sherikon, see what happens. 28 minutes in, I get the piece. I'm like,
Yep. You can just pull over here. He'll actually aggro over here.
but then Ronaros took like 20 hours, but it was super fun because the PvP at Ronaros was pretty lit.
Yeah, I haven't done any of those areas yet. I was gonna go for it after I'm hard cap.
Oh,
and try to
dude,
get it. I have like one traveler's map piece too.
nice. What do you think about Nova?
It's hard to say because like Nova is like new, right? Still,
Yeah, people still need to
and
get
it
good.
doesn't seem to be a lot of Nova players, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's like Hash. Like no one really picked up Hash a lot, you know,
Yeah.
as well. So it's hard to say.
Yeah, I think there was like an insane amount of hype for Hashassin, but when it came out, people were like, this is too sweaty and gave up.
Yeah, there's a few Hash players. Like in terms of like competitive PvPers, there's not many. I know like
Yeah.
it's like the old Musa players playing Hash.
Yep.
It's like I'm playing it, my friend Kyriem's playing it, and then I know Spicy Moose is playing it as well. It's not really like a popular class yet either.
Yeah. If it was a
honestly
female
think it's
class, it would have
because
been
of
more
the-
popular.
I think it's because of them removing coupons. I really do.
Well, now it's like the tag system is there. It's like I do appreciate them making shit easier like that, but it's like every time we do something like, you know, grind out those coupons for seasonal, right?
Yeah.
They suddenly made it easier. I'm like, well, that kind of invalidated all the effort.
I think another part of it, of like these new classes not being as popular, is because when back then, when flavor of the months were happening, other classes were genuinely becoming really strong.
Yeah.
And like right now, Suck Wizard is too strong. And like that flavor of the month, it's just not changing.
Yeah. I've noticed that they are nowadays what they're doing is they're just buffing. There's not many nerfs that come out, and if they do, it's really minor, you know?
Yeah, that's mainly because they're trying to buff other classes to be in the level of other classes.
Yeah.
The problem is that you can't buff other classes to be as strong as Suck Wizard. It's impossible
Yeah.
right now.
And the
I don't
add-on
think EA
change,
understands like why Suck Wizard's so strong.
the add-on change for Striker in PvE was so phenomenal because it was already a
Yeah,
really strong grinder.
it was good for a lot of classes.
Whoa, the damage, man.
Yeah, I was in the center of that.
Yeah, Mystic got cucked in that one though, because like she didn't get a good tier 3 add-on. It's on her like Stalking Wolf or whatever that skill's name is.
Yeah,
Prayons? I forgot the name of the
the
blinking
T3
skill.
system's a little wonky for sure. I feel like you should just be able to
Wolf's
pick
Hunger.
what your T3 goes on, like where the T2
Yeah.
goes, where the T1 goes.
What's up, Lucas? S tier. I put her at A plus, honestly. Maybe if people get good enough, she can go S
But
plus.
as far as I know, the add-ons are positive for most classes.
Oh, definitely. I mean, except the people who are like doing meme DP bolts and going like full dot damage or something.
Yeah.
I heard some complaints about that, but otherwise, like almost everyone had a net positive in DPS output.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they need to nerf Suck Wizard, and which
I'm glad you're not saying Striker. I'm like, oh,
I mean,
all I do is
don't
grind on
think
this guy.
It's interesting because like a lot of other classes right now are pretty like balanced. Like there's a few classes that kind of outshine each other right now
Yeah.
outside of
Striker,
Caster, but I think it's
Succession
mainly
Striker is
Caster.
just like, it feels slow in my opinion. Like he's a
Oh, you
really
got no
strong,
spawn.
yeah, he's a really strong PvE grinder, but PvP wise, I think very few people can like pull it off. Awakening is like pretty nice, but I don't know, his skills just feel slow. I think it's predictable. Like I saw you fighting Fake and you were like predicting the Stalking Wolf. I'm like,
Well,
that's like the
so
fastest skill.
Musa is one of Striker's bad matchups. It's just
Yeah.
that matchup is like in Musa's favor. Um, Striker does well on 1v1. It's like it's good, but it does have its class counters, you know. Any class with like really fast mobility and
Yeah.
good catches will counter Striker for the most part. Okay, we can move that elite over here. He'll come.
Sweet.
I mean, Striker is still like a pretty like well-rounded class.
Oh.
It's
Reset.
okay. He'll still have the same HP.
Gotcha. The Mystic is still my favorite to play. Like that was the first class I started playing here. Like when I started up BDO again.
Mhm.
But PvE, she was just lacking. Like I can try my hardest, and she was like pulling 400 to 500 less than Striker. And since it was just like one piece of gear,
Was that Suck or Awakening?
suck.
Yeah, I mean Striker's just tip top.
Yeah. So I switched over to Striker because it's just, you know, one dandy. At the time we didn't have tag and stuff, but it's such a big difference. In some classes, like freaking, yeah, Moose's PvE, Tamer's PvE, Maewa's PvE, I think they really need to look into.
So like Suck Maewas and Awakened Maewas are good right now. They're like a little bit above average. But yeah, Musa and Tamer, Archer are pulling bottom tier right now.
Yeah. What do you think about Succession Ranger in general?
I think like Succession Ranger is like what Succession Wizard should have been. Like Suck Ranger has the damage, but it's not protected.
Yeah.
So, but like Wizard is, and it's got the same range, if not more.
Yeah. Someone's asking about Sakurai. 269, 329 DP, guys.
I think Suck Ranger is really balanced. Like it does a lot of damage for the trade-off being of not protected, so it just has a really bad 1v1.
Yeah. What about PvE grind?
I mean, I think the grind seems to be like average, right?
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
see it being so great because if they buff its damage a bit more, it feels like it'll be too broken for PvP. So I think a lot of classes have that mechanical constraint there. I really
mean,
like Awaken Meiwa though. I would like to see them do something for that.
they did. So recently they buffed New Year's Eve on the class.
Oh yeah,
So now a lot of Meiwas, they just New Year's Eve spamming Sakurai. They're pulling really good trash.
are they? Nice.
Yep.
Succession or Awaken?
Oh my god, you're gonna delete. Awakening.
Sweet.
Succession pulls pretty good trash as well.
Yeah, Succession's always been a pretty solid grinder. I just didn't like it.
Yeah. My guilty and Ayashi he grinds a lot, and so I was always able to compare my trash to his.
Yeah.
So at least from like a Musa Meiwa standpoint, Sam AP would pull 1,000 more than me.
Oh,
But now my hash is pulling way more. So
for sure.
hash is pulling huge trash anywhere it goes.
How much do you pull in Stars End?
6,000.
Hey, big boy trash right there.
Yep.
Someone's asking what's wrong with DK.
I think DK 's
PvE,
fine.
like Awakening is like a bit lacking. The Succession's like got good damage.
DK is just downplayed. DK is really good.
Succession,
I know a couple DKs that are nasty.
I'm
Awaken
real.
too. Awaken got buffed really hard.
Oh, when?
So well, I think it was a few patches ago. They did some changes with it, and then the new Rabam really helped them out too.
Oh
As well.
yeah.
So, like right now, Awaken DK, I've seen a couple high level DKs are starting to use Awakening. It's really strong. It does
Yeah.
a lot of damage right now, and the mobility in Awakening is really nice, and it's not as stamina heavy as Suck. Suck
Yeah.
DK is still pretty good too in its own right. Like Suck DK just can delete anything. It's just does a lot of damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
I
like do
think
some
DK
research into
got
it.
brought up to be like good. Like it's really up there now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some research into how much trash they're pulling now.
Yeah. And PvE wise, like it's pretty solid. Like I think right now top tier PvE classes you're looking at like so it'd be Hash, Suck Striker, Witch, Warrior. These are like top tier PvE classes right now.
Yep.
Wizard as well. Or like in the top 5.
Yeah, it's really hard. Oh shit! What the hell?
Yeah, it's nighttime right now, so
Ah, like my HP suddenly got deleted. It's like some classes they scale differently. Once you start like over gearing a certain rotation or something, that changes out. Like it's so hard to say in this game. Like this is one game you can't say this class is better than this class hands down.
yeah. I keep telling people like this game changes when you get different gear brackets. Like
Yeah.
PvP from 550 gear score is vastly different from 650.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing.
Yo, what's up, John? How's it going?
Some classes get phenomenal AP scaling, some don't. Some have really high accuracy, so they do really well in the evasion meta. Some classes get insanely tankier with evasion. Like a lot of stuff changes.
Yeah.
Like the biggest example of that was like Striker at soft cap, being able to one shot everybody with their ult and do a lot of crazy stuff. Then you look at 650 gear score, they don't do any damage. Not like that. It just falls off.
Really? Awakening?
I mean, Awakening and Suck, it just becomes into a one combo machine. It's not like so like at soft cap, Striker will just one shot you through trades.
Oh,
One drop
100%.
kick, you die. Higher gear, you're not gonna die to one drop kick
Yeah.
to a Striker.
I think
higher
he played
gear, the
Succession,
ult's not
guys.
gonna one tap you in like seconds.
You're playing Succession, right?
Yeah, I'm playing Select right now.
Gotcha. So have you been playing from the beginning, or when did you start?
Yeah, from the beginning, just like on and off. I
Yeah.
was never consistent. I started like grinding like now, pretty much.
Yeah.
So kind of seeing the game just like grow.
Yeah, one thing I really enjoy about this game is that it lets you do whatever the hell you want. Like, if you want to completely ignore grinding, you can get by just fine and progress.
Yeah, I was mostly just like doing PvP stuff, so I never like went for gear. But these last 4 months, I've just been going for gear. I'm trying to get gear carried.
Oh man, it's just depressing for me right now. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just need to like get out of this initial hurdle. Because if I can just get that one pen piece, I think I can motivate myself to keep going.
Are you enhancing or buying?
I'm trying to enhance my pen red nose.
So you're trying to get full pen armors right now, right?
I'm going for Dead God because I already had the flame and I've been like saving up all my Caphras from life skilling.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the current goal. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, what I did, I hit full 10 accessories with full 10 armors, and then I got the pen weapon of whatever I grind with in PvP with, so I got the pen off in first,
Yeah.
and then I started building armors. So I went full pen armors are on the wheel,
Mm-hmm.
Caphras it, and then I got the distos after I could afford the DP loss.
Right. Yeah, right now I'm using one tongue red earring and one pen capotia.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like pen capotia ring, Valtara tet, Crescent tet, and Layton's tet.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. Oh
I'd say
my
like
god.
if you want to bang out those pen armors, just buy them. I wouldn't bother enhancing.
I feel like I'm in too deep.
I know how that feels. Trust. At one point, I was 30 pen dandy feels in, and I just quit. I just started buying, and I saw more progress.
Yeah, that's what I gotta do.
Yep.
It's like 17 bill for one of those. And then it's like another
17 bill may seem like a lot, but when you start saving, right, that just becomes like a 2-week grind. You can get 2 pen armors in a month.
exactly.
Just 3-4 hours a day, you'll get them.
Yeah, I mean, if I go back to like doing my usual stuff, like my regular stuff, like every day I used to make like 200 mil or so passive income. I do all my barters, and that already puts me like almost at a bill in a day. And it's not too much effort, but it's just the time.
Yeah, and you see an hour or two grinding, you'll be making over like 1.5 plus. So
Yeah, I just need to get back into that mindset
just
again.
save and buy, and you'll get those pens quick.
For sure.
Best thing to do.
Shaky Musa is bad when what? What are you saying, man?
Enhancing should be for profit, like little things like dual accessories, or even TED if you have the stack.
Yeah. Yeah. I have like 800 or 900 stacks.
That's a lot of money.
I never tapped anything. That's the problem. I've only tapped a few tets. That's it.
Yeah, Uzi and I like to gamble our silver, but there's a little bit of math behind it that makes it consistent.
Yeah.
I think just like a couple days ago, I ended up hitting a tri-ogre for profit.
Yeah, I saw it in your video actually.
Yep.
Easy 2 bill. Or was it 1.9 something? Something around there. How much trash per hour at 2 rows? I don't know, dude. I don't grind here as often.
Oh, was that Stormbringer Karanda, I think, it just popped up?
Not sure. The Zarko one came up too quick. I think they
Yeah,
should
Stormbringer
really buff
Karanda.
like world boss drops, dude.
I think so too. They're not worth going to.
They're like old school, like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, maybe.
Did you see the new Nuver outfit coming out?
I did.
That I'm definitely gonna start doing Nuber. That outfit looks so good.
Everyone's gonna have alt at Nuber now.
Yeah, that outfit's clean.
What's up, Kiko? How's it going? All right, we're halfway through the grind here.
Yeah.
So guys, we'll do the tier list after the grind. PvP tier list. Man, whenever I do a PvE one, all the ninja daddies are mad. They're like, my ninja can do way better.
I mean, it's true. Ninja's like
They are. They are. I just
Ninja Succession. Like they had a bad rap from the Awakening days, but like they had so many PvE buffs this like last few months. They're actually up there. They're definitely an A+ grinder.
yeah, I put him at A because it's like a very high skill cap class in my opinion. You have to be
PvE
good.
isn't that hard for any
PvE
class.
probably not. Yeah.
PvP is a different story.
When you get to like a place like, you know, Sakurai or something, it comes down to like repetition and practice, so you know all the tiny details on how to pull. Because like
Yeah.
if I go in and start killing mobs like pack by pack, I'm gonna do like significantly less than doing it the the right way, where I'm not,
Yeah.
you know, I'm like a bit over clearing or over pulling, not
Most
over clearing.
definitely.
So it's just one of those classes I really think is comes down to the individual. That's the thing about this game. You can't really say what's better, what's worse. Just give a explanation on my opinion and let people make their own judgment there. Mystic #1 PvE class? I don't think so, buddy.
I think right now, the way the game works, like the new tagging system, have a PvE alt and have
Yeah.
a PvP class you want to make for PvP.
Yeah,
That's it.
definitely.
That's what the game's leaning towards right now with the current system. PvP, you can honestly make any class work, but needless to say, like, yeah, Witch Wiz is a problem.
Alright, nobody's grinding Ash Forest at 310 DP. Just going and killing mobs doesn't count, man. What matters is you pull like the entire area.
Did you apply for the PA partnership?
Yes.
Yeah, I did that too. I never applied for Cacao's, believe it or not.
I did, and it took like over 6 months to get it.
Yeah, I didn't really see the appeal for Cacao's, but like PA, like I'm down because that's like a more direct dealings, right?
Yeah, yeah. For me, like the only part that I never really felt like I was missing out until they did the drops thing, and that like severely affected like the viewer base for those that first drop event. After that,
then it started to be pretty good.
Yeah, I put in a pretty scathing ticket. I'm like, hell no.
I really hope with them taking over, and hopefully they do approve a lot of us for partnership as well.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like at least on the YouTube side of things, I'm like one of the few people that like dedicates the channel towards PvP. Like out of like everyone that like does
The hell's a venomous fang?
that's like this new scroll piece. It's really good.
Oh yeah, there's
if you can get a 5x5 group of those running, you need 5 pieces to make one scroll.
Yeah.
To get 25. You do one of those with a 5x5, you're making like 300 to 400 mil in that hour.
Oh, sick.
Super
Yeah,
strong.
I got the new scroll at Star's End as well.
Yeah. So make sure you save those. Those are really good money.
For sure. Oh, it brings me back to the old days. Remember doing those 10x5 relic shards?
But I just feel like it's in the YouTube side of things, right? Like for like the bigger YouTubers, you have like me, Uzi, Mr. Rapolis, right?
Yeah.
Fake Uni, and like Ace Alpha, and I'm like the only channel that like kind of like does PvP content, right? Like Fake Uni does more like life skilling, PvE, and like a lot of memes. Dragon Uzi's like a big enhancer, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Rapolis is the memes, right? Life skilling. And then Ace Alpha is just there. He's like doing a lot of like PvP content as well, and like seasonal stuff, right? Like she has like the free to play series going on.
Yeah.
So I really hope I can get something in for PvP for BDO, because like that's what's lacking right now. Because like this year and like last year, they made changes towards life skilling and PVE, right? And then the tag system,
Yeah.
quality of life. They have to do PvP content that makes money. Other
Yeah.
MMOs have it. It needs to happen on this game.
We need to see how they're gonna execute the server PvP thing. Yeah, I've noticed your viewer base is responds well to your PvP stuff, like in terms of like views and stuff. Because like when I put out a PvP video, very few people see it because my viewer base is based around like
Yeah.
money making and other stuff, beginner stuff. So it's good to see like there are some channels like thriving on that.
Well, I think to me, like you're just starting out, right? For YouTube, like you recently just like grew a lot,
Ah,
and
been doing it
the
for a
way,
year, but yeah.
yeah. Well, that took me that long too, to be honest with you, right? When I first started out too, I was also doing guides. I think it's really good that you did that. But at some point, like find that way to swap them over to your content for you, right?
Oh yeah.
That's what you got to do. But like you did a really good job with the guides. That's what I did as well when I was first growing. But I've always been a PvPer. Like a lot of my PvPs come from my duel for spots or in GVGs.
I would love to like
I
get
just
in.
share them, right?
I'd love to do like a lot more PvP. It's just the gears
Yeah, you need a
holding me
lot of
back.
gear right now, for sure.
That's like my one gripe with the games. Like I don't want to grind my ass off for like 6 months to a year to be able to enjoy that part. I think
Yeah.
it should be different.
That's what I'm saying. They need to make content in this game that is rewarding for PvP. You have to do it. Like other games, like Arcade had it. WoW has it. There's certain things you get only from PvP, money, stuff like that. We don't get that in BDO.
Yep. I was playing WoW like when Shadowlands came out. I was hardcore for like a month, just doing PvP and got like pretty high rated, and it was just so fun.
Like as of this year, like you can enjoy life scaling, you can make a lot of money. Now you can be a grinder, you can make a lot of money. The next step is now make PvP profitable.
Yeah.
You have to make PvP profitable.
I think they're gonna probably lean towards something indirectly. Like how like a siege gets you the buff and then that indirectly makes you money, which I'm not a huge fan of. I would like a more direct method, but knowing them, I think that's what they'd probably do. Dude, Fake would beat my ass. He one-shots me. I can't kill him in a down combo, I'll just say that.
Yeah, because payouts right now, they're just outdated.
Yeah.
And payouts, anyway, is not a healthy form of PvP content. We need something in game.
Yeah.
We need like arenas at least.
Dude, I really wish this game had like a competitive scene.
Yeah, we need.
But I think
we need arenas. I mean, we need a lot of stuff still.
I don't know if it would work out though. This game is getting to the point where it's a bit outdated.
I mean, not really. They just need to add like the content, like the group content is used. It's like really good.
I don't know about 10v10. Like, I think like arenas with like 3 or 5 people tops.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it works.
No, the outdated part I meant is like, you know how like most of the fights right now, they do end with someone getting the CC and then blowing the other guy up until you get like stupidly high gear. I think that's something that they would want to change, but I don't see any good way to do it while keeping the gear rewarding unless they revamp the entire system. I know
they're making gear easier and easier to get. So like right now, there's so many good ways for newer players to get in this game and get gear. Like,
oh, definitely.
I had a friend of mine came off of seasons. Helped him out, of course. Like I told him like what you can do for stuff, and he basically came in the game, right? He got full pen off of seasons in like 2 weeks, which is like pretty normal.
Yeah.
And then what he did is I told him to just start saving up stacks, just save 40 stacks, start getting all the 40 stacks from the time-filled Blackstones.
Yeah.
Season ended, he had like 80 to 100 stacks, 40 stacks. I'm like, right?
He was ready.
So I told him now, I was like, okay, all you have to do is just tap for duo Dista once per day. Don't do anything more than that, because if you do, then you might go negative. You might go negative for you'll be in a really bad feeling. But mathematically, off of a 40 stack, you're likely to make profit, even if you fail once or twice or break even.
Yeah.
But you're likely to make profit off of a 40 stack going for duo accessory and selling it. In 1 month, he hit 290 AP.
That's insane, man.
So I think the systems are there.
Yeah,
They just need to keep adding more ways. Seasons was perfect for that.
I really like the whole season
That's
concept.
one huge way to get into the game. Life scaling is obviously huge. They should also do something for life scaling in seasons as well, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There should be seasonal life scaling gear.
Oh,
too.
definitely.
I think that's what they should do. When seasonals come in this game, there should be two paths to get the graduation. Via
Yeah.
a life scaling gear set or a PvP gear set, PvE gear set.
That wouldn't be bad.
They should do that next, in my opinion.
Stupid cow's trying to kill me.
And then after that, they should start working on PvP content and more group content. And then BDO will be really good.
Yeah, I don't know about the new content that they're coming out with though.
I mean, it sounds good. So
Let's see. Yeah, but they're putting it so far away. Good thing I got it correct, but
Yeah,
I'd still be
it'll take
lazy to
some
get
time.
there. Yo, 320 is a bit cutting it close for Turos, man. You'd want 329 bracket. That bracket's like pretty OP. I really like what they did with like the whole bartering thing though. Like,
I haven't even touched bartering, but
you don't need to. I mean, like you're so far ahead that it doesn't matter for you. But it gives like people a proper avenue to like make solid cash, and you know that's like an entire. That's what they actually said in one of their developer notes. They're like, we want to make a side of the game where people don't even need to go back to land. Like, there's going to be some players whose entire game is in the sea.
That's cool and all, but more group content, please.
Yeah, at least they came out with quite a few now. Like, versus just having Gaif and Razia.
Dude, Guyfin is so bad. They buffed it and made it worse. I don't know how you do that.
How did they buff it and make it worse?
They changed like their like HP and like the EXP rates, and they just made it worse. I don't know how. No one does Guyfin, dude. Nobody.
Yeah, nobody does that. I know that much. But I remember the old days. It used to
It was
look
so
cool.
good back then. Yeah, it was good. Now it's like
that place like felt like the end game spot like at the time.
Yeah.
The aesthetics were nice. The mobs, the pulls. It was a nice thing, but they need to just keep adding it.
They need to buff Guyfins a little bit more, but there's so much more group content coming out now in the future. So
Yeah.
it is what it is.
All right, more cows. Get it. Blood Fury, who are you? And why are you carrying Evan? Oh, Hilo, what's up, my dude? How's it going? So what all did they come out with? Let me just do a quick recap. How long has Trees been out? 2 years now?
Yeah.
Trees been out 2 years. Last year we got Pandix. We got is it Benin Monastery solo or is it?
That's duo. It's also solid. All the duo spots right now are solid.
Even Abandoned Iron or Abandoned Monastery? Is that good?
Yeah, it's like 200 mil an hour. It's not bad.
Nice. I never been there. I heard like stories of people just camping the boss though.
The boss is so much fun. The boss, I still think to this day that boss is like some of the best PvE content of the game.
That's because you get to fight people for it.
Well, no, it's not because of that. It's literally just the boss itself is really cool.
Is it? I should do that then.
And there's like a lot of mechanics to him.
Nice. You know one thing I completely ignored? There was that one arena thing with like bosses and shit, right? Something in that crow's nest. Yes.
Yep.
What's the deal with that? Is it worth it?
Yeah, I mean, there's some good rewards in there. You should go take a look. spend a little bit of time doing it, you're gonna get some crazy rewards. No meme.
Dude, there's so many things I've never even touched. I haven't even done the quest line for Odalita. I can't even talk to NPCs.
There's a 300 Capris journal just waiting for you.
Yep. I'm like, I'll do it when I need those characters. I'll just save them there. But I really need to do it actually and get that life skilling book for the 10% XP. Just finished Pandix with Evan. You be carrying him and shit, right? Who's carrying who? Tell me the truth. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh.
Yeah, I wonder what's up with all the spirit perfume being sold out.
It happened a while ago, so I stocked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm slowing you down. How's your trash loot looking?
Oh, it's fine. I think we're gonna get like 5.8, but that's not a big deal. I got like 6.5 with
More
Joe
cows
this morning.
Did I pull those things? The
Yeah,
other pack?
go ahead. But Joe has a lot more AP, so it's not a big deal. I don't really mind.
Oh, that was a fail pull. They just came. They're like, nope.
Yeah, sometimes they reset. Just wait for the boss to spawn, then we can pull.
Can we expect some PvP content in the future? Hell yeah. Once I have some gear.
You're like 270 Kudum, right?
A 275.
75? Yeah. So I'm 285. You want a 281 Kudum for the spot, but like we're fine.
Really?
Like,
Oh,
yeah, we're
shit.
like pulling just like right under the trash. So it's good. You want to block that. That one hurts.
I don't know what I'm doing. Just protections. Just doing striker things. Oh, looks like I got his knowledge. I can see his HP. Sweet. I was wondering why I wasn't dying. My elixir ran out. My draft. Someone's asking, is Succession Hashasan better than Awakening for Turos?
No.
No?
Nope.
Which is better for which? PvP and PvE?
PvE they pull the same, but I think in the group spots, I think Awakening and Shashin's better in group spots because of the AoE. And the fact that on the higher HP mobs, it doesn't run out of damage to do, whereas Suck you're running out of cooldowns.
Really?
Awakening can keep dumping damage. And the other spots like Star's End, Sakraya, you're gonna pull the same trash between Suck and Awakening.
Gotcha.
PvP, like Succession's a lot easier to get into. It's really easy to use for PvP.
Yeah.
Awakening Ashashin has more mobility, more AoE, and the damage output's around the same too, but you have to work a little more to get the damage off.
Right.
I think in PvP 1v1, Awakening's way better because you have a grab, you actually have a safe CC.
Of course, yeah.
And you just have a lot more tools in general. You have more mobility. But in large scale, I also think Awakening's better too because you have a lot more stuff to use. Problem is that Awakened Hash ended up being the literal hardest class in the game, surprisingly. Usually the near classes are easy, but no, Awakening Hash is like...
Yeah, I think they overcompensated for what they did with Guardian. Like, as a grinder, Awakening Guardian's like pretty chill.
They made Awakening Hash so complicated.
They're like, we can't make that same mistake.
Yeah.
I like that this game's like doing really well on like console as well.
Yeah. A lot of Hashashins I play right now, they don't really give Awakening a chance, but there's so much to it. So I've been playing this in Global Labs. So like another good Musa player was Kyriem. He and I are both playing Awakened Hash. and like we just found stuff like maybe 2 weeks ago, like just like new
Yeah.
things that were huge.
Yeah, I heard you talking
So
about that stuff. It's always good to see that, classes having depth. Because I really enjoy a game where, over the months you can see your progress by getting better, and the class has that ceiling. For example, World of Warcraft, like, at least in PvE rotations, yeah, skill doesn't matter, but at some point they can, like, put it down into code, into a simulation, and be really damn accurate with it. And BDO
yeah,
is, like, way more nuanced than that.
Awakening hashes, very, 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 very strong. It's pretty insane.
Well, that's good to hear. I really enjoy those classes which are, like, high skill cap and high reward.
Yeah. With like Awakening Hash, you're not gonna see. It's gonna be like the ninjas. You're gonna see
Yeah.
either a ninja that's gonna be insane, or you're gonna see a ninja that's like really bad.
Yeah, that's
When
what
you
I tell
fight that
people.
insane ninja, you're like, I don't want to play against him.
Yeah.
That's Hash right now. It's that scary.
And especially if they have, like, freaking high FPS.
Yeah.
They're, like, flying around. I can just tell some people are, like, running way higher FPS than me. They're, like, going at a nutty speed. I really don't like that about the game, though. Like, it's nothing they can really do about it, but
Yeah, it's a problem in other fighting games too. Any fighting game actually, if you uncap the FPS, the attack speeds get quicker.
yeah. I understand why. I mean, like, every skill animation has, like, a certain number of frames. It has to go through those frames for it to complete. But still so nutty. Like, the difference I was looking at some videos on YouTube. Like, a DK was testing it out. He was able to do a full rotation in, like, 80 FPS or something in 11 and a half seconds. When he went up to, like, 200 plus, he was doing it in, like, 8.5. It's like, that's a pretty significant percentage.
Like somebody in your chat saying that they can code it. No, that's why every fighting game, any tournament fighter is FPS cap, for example.
Yeah.
Every single one's FPS cap, because if you don't, and it's not about it being a console thing. No, even on PCs, they're FPS capped strictly because of the fact that you will start exceeding the attacks.
That's why in World of Warcraft they have global cooldowns.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
I mean, if you're able to, like, spam those skills as lightning fast without a global cooldown, like, if you guys remember, like, in Cataclysm, WoW, Warriors had something called Heroic Strike. I mean, they had it in multiple expansions, but back then, Heroic Strike was nothing but a rage dump. So whenever you had a lot of rage, you can just, spam Heroic Strike off global cooldown. It does a ton of damage. Now, that used to do a decent bit of damage, but we can only do 3 at a time. But if we could do, like, 5 or 6 skills without any restriction in WoW, we would have been one-shotting everybody. Is there way to combat that? But I don't think that was the reason why they put it in, to be honest. But, it served the purpose. But,
the only way to truly fix it is the FPS cap BDO, which people aren't going to like.
Definitely not.
But in my opinion, like they should definitely cap it at like 144.
I think that's a solid amount. Like, now 144 hertz.
144 pass, you're not gonna see too much benefit. Only certain classes benefit after that.
Warriors.
Warriors 1, like 300 FPS just becomes Goku, just teleports everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I've been trying to get a new graphic card, but those 3090s are so elusive, and I don't want to pay like over.
I'm just gonna wait for next gen. So I have a 2060.
I got a 1080 Ti.
Yeah,
I'm okay.
I have 5 minutes left my looty.
7 minutes here. Pretty much same. We can.
So we'll finish the looty. I'll take 5, and then we'll do the
tier list. No good.
Problem.
All right. Hope everyone's ready.
And everyone's mad. Tier list.
No, the chat's been really supportive of the tier list. Like, if they don't agree with it, they've been like just explaining it, and we talked through it. Like, the last time, it wasn't that bad. I mean, halfway through, like, people were like, "Yeah, I think we're all in a consensus here." Then the second half was like a bit more. The thing is, like,
I've done a ton of PvP, so hopefully I can put some light on it.
Hell yeah, you are like the right person for this. But The thing is, like, a lot of classes in PvE, you can put a lot of them in A+. Like, they are pretty close. There are some classes which stand out and broken, but the majority of them are pretty close to each other in terms of power parity.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is a good thing. I mean, the tier list is a bit more difficult, but it's hard to say what class is better than what, because a good player is going to make...
Oh, we're going to separate Awakening and Succession, right?
I was thinking we just take the best spec for each class.
Best spec for each class. Okay. Sounds good.
It's one thing for me to tell someone, hey, re-roll class. I mean, that's like scummy. People really enjoy their class, they should just play it. But when it comes to like Succession and Awakening, you have the option to switch between the two, and if one's doing like significantly better, might as well just do it for that.
I've seen enough tier lists that my Musa needs buffs. Musa's so slept on, man.
No, it's very skill dependent. Very skilled at PvP.
I'll back it up now. Suck Musa is the S tier 1v1 class. Large scale, it's A+. It's really good.
Yeah, I think their buff request is coming from the PvE side of it. Because like you can clearly see.
So bad.
Yeah, you can clearly compare trash loots. Whereas in PvP, it's like it's behind the player.
Yes.
Like, if you're gonna walk into a freaking mistake doing Thunder Pound, that's on you. If you're gonna wait and bait them out, that's skill.
Thing is with Musa is you can't iframe and you can't grab, so you have to understand what you're doing. But Musa's been it was given the tools to dominate, so
yep.
it has what it needs.
I mean, people will complain, oh, he's running away, or you know, that's how you play a Musa. There's no two ways about it. They're not going to sit there and just walk into your SA spam and die. Like, they have the option to not die.
At the gear I have, I mean, you can see me. I'll just walk up to someone and one shot them.
Oh, dude, I watched your video you fighting fake uni.
Yeah,
that guy, like during that one horseman
when
event.
I catch him, he melts him, and he has a lot of GP. You know, so
on my Mystic, I couldn't kill him in down because gear difference was pretty high. Like,
yeah.
But watching you with just like 10 more AP, just go right through him. Is your Musa also like 284 Kudum?
My Musa is 297 Nuver, 285 Kudum.
Nuver, 285, yeah.
So the thing is with Musa, Suck Musa has the highest accuracy in BDO. It's broken.
Nice.
It's so slept on. So you know, like you know that blue skill I would spam that shoots like little blades out, blooming.
Yep.
That skill, after I do my Gale debuff and have the backstep add-on on, that skill hits at 71% accuracy. It's not balanced.
Nice.
So he has a lot of evasion. So for you, when you hit him, a lot of your hits are missing. When I'm hitting him, I'm hitting at 100% hit rate on his gear.
Yeah.
That's why you see me running often in Libra, because I don't need that accuracy in my class.
Yeah.
Not every class can run that setup, but for Musa and Hash, it's a meta thing to do because we have a lot of accuracy built in our kit.
Yeah. Yo, Trey, I don't think anyone's really building DR for PvP, bro. It's all Dead Gods and Evasion.
There's some people building DR, but again, like that's a class thing.
Yeah.
Like
Berserker?
Recently, there's been a lot of like 680 plus casters that build DR because when it's caster v caster, they realize that whether you're evasion or DR, you're still gonna get two or three taps.
Yeah.
So they go with the DR to get more damage to have the begs and the whatnot.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone Hakla was saying the same thing.
Well, like also another class that's doing it. There's been Valks that just run full accuracy because they do the most damage in the game.
Overweight. Why am I overweight?
But that's about it.
Yeah.
Only like accuracy dependent classes are gonna run DR, and at best that's like hybrid. They're gonna run like Bags and Levers if they're smart, or I mean Bags and Muskins.
Yeah.
They'll be hybrid at like the 680 plus. Yeah, Jackie Felix, for example, he went DR recently, and that makes sense why he went for it. But another class isn't going to do that. That's why I tell people, like, a lot of people right now, they listen to class discords and they like misinform people.
Dude, I
You
do
have to
not
have
like
a.
my class discords.
I hate all of them. Does a big disservice to the game, in my opinion.
They love. I mean,
Big
it's good for
disservice
like
to
a
the
new
game.
player like trying to find a build, but those guys
Yeah.
love their class a bit too much.
I think you need to have a really good understanding of your class, and then you need to understand what items do what. You know.
Yeah,
So like, just because a Musa can run often doesn't mean every class can run that main hand. Like you're not gonna
for
see
sure.
you won't see a lawn running often, for example. That makes no sense. They don't have accuracy.
And Succession Striker definitely wouldn't either, because like damage
Struck
wise,
strikers do. They have a lot of accuracy.
well, our damage is so good already though.
Yeah, every high gear striker I know they're all running often. Like Divios runs it too. A lot of people run it.
Gotcha.
Divios like the #1 striker probably in A.
I gotta check him out
He's in Snake, so set him up.
for sure.
Yeah, striker is running often at the moment. They have a lot of accuracy. Okay, my looty's over.
I got 10 seconds on mine.
All right, cool. So last pack.
Leather van braces, dude. I don't know. You know those offhand, the green offhands, which have like 80 something accuracy?
Yeah.
Is there any place for those?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a gear thing. So I was telling you earlier, I'm gonna get the evasion and accuracy offhand.
Yeah.
So like, for me as a Musa, I don't really need the accuracy one. But let's say I ever fight someone with like 1,000 evasion, right?
Yeah.
I'll pop it on. It'll help. If the evasion offhand, for example, is really good when you're out gearing someone. So like, let's say for me, for example, right? So that evasion
Yeah.
offhand, it gives 130 evasion. It
Right.
gives me 30 DP, and I only drop like 17 AP.
Yeah.
So I could still be 270 AP. I'll gain 30 DP, and I gain 130 evasion.
Yeah.
So if I fight someone like, let's say 270, 320 AP DP, he won't do damage to me, and I'll still one combo him.
Right.
So yeah, those offhands they come in handy.
Good shit. All right, you want to take your break?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Sounds good. I'll set up the tier list thing. Hey, thanks for the follow, guys. Yeah, I was completely ignoring chat the whole time. I'm sorry about that. Aklo, Toby, it's good. Renovatio, Soul Damon. Thank you all for the follows. I really appreciate it. We are going to start off with the tier list now. I know it's a bit later than I thought it would be, but hey, let's get to it. Let's go. Without loot scroll, I've never done 2 rows without loot scroll, bro. I don't even grind without loot scroll ever. It's just not what I do. Always grind with a loot scroll because I have like 200 something of them. Chicken, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Oh, you mean with the... Oh, with the Agris? Not sure. Not sure. The thing is, I rarely grind 2 rows. This is the first time in months since I've been here. I'll find out next time. I'll let you know. Alright. Now, where's my tier list thing? Tier list maker. I run DR Mystic instead of Evasion. For PvE is definitely fine. But the thing about Mystic and Striker is that they have 10% base evasion, like as a part of one of their skills. So they respond to evasion a lot better. Yeah, and it's only like Haklo said, high end, like, you know, 1 second, let me set this up. When you're full pen gear, that's when it starts being a thing. But before, like when you're early on, you should definitely just do, Begs clubs at least, but DR really helps in PvE. Yeah, I'm making a PvP tier list with Shaky right now, Vamish. Hey, thanks for the follow, guys. It's about time to get started. Mirion, thank you for the follow as well. Alright, I'm just setting up the tier listing right now, so hang on. One v1 PvP. Let's do it. Peaky, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Ludo, thank you for the follow as well. What did you say, Hassan? The chat scrolled up. You said every time I eat someone with Hassan, I always get ShakyBay. Why don't you tell Shaky when you're back? I'll read it out for you. Insurrection, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome to the stream, man. Alright. Got this ready. Alright. Let's move some stuff around on my screen. We don't need the boss timer. My camera a bit smaller, yeah. Trying to make it fit. Yeah, I think this is good, right? Magnus, thank you for the follow. How's everyone doing? You're gonna cover each class, Succession and Awakening separate? You feel like there's enough difference in playstyle for the kit to be necessary? So I think we're gonna consider the best for each one. So if one is performing much better than the other, I think we're just gonna rank it based on that best one. Because generally, if you know a class is weaker, then you're playing it because, you want to, that's fine. But I think when people look at the tier list, they're gonna want to know which one is the best, like which one they should go. If they're playing a ranger, they would want to know which one's the stronger one. But a lot of this thing is going to be skill dependent, guys. Like, so much of it will be skill based. Like, you can't just say one class beats the other in PvP, because it depends on the guy who's playing it, right? Skill is such a big factor in an action MMORPG. If it's like something like, one of those older anime style MMORPGs where you just bash all the buttons and the person with the better gear wins, that's like barely any skill. Maybe there's a little bit of mechanic, but for the most part it's straight up. But here in BDO, it's like your movement, your counters, how you use your protections, how you land your CCs, actually aiming your stuff to a certain extent. Now, of course, with the aim assist, it's a bit easier, which is kind of actually nutty, but there's a lot of factors that go into it. So just keep that in mind. We're not going to say like one class is hands down better than the other, because maybe the other guy sucks.
Okay, I'm back.
Yo, welcome back. Just giving everyone the disclaimer here.
Because everyone's mad. It's a tier list.
Yeah. So how do you want to do the tiers? I got S, A plus, A, B, and rework please so far.
Right, let me pull up on your stream. Okay, so we're doing 1v1s first?
Yeah.
S, A plus, A, B, rework, please. Okay, so I don't think any classes in the rework, please. Dude.
Got it. So should we do B plus and B minus?
I think B's
B
good.
B?
B's good. B's fine.
We don't need a B plus? I think that's a bit too much.
Yeah.
Let's just do these 4 tiers in. S, A plus, A, and B.
Yep.
Shut up, Boone. This guy's like, stop talking too much, no meaning, just show. Oh, man. Alright. So, one last time, guys. PvP in this game is very skill based. Just because someone's playing S tier doesn't mean they can't be whooped by a B tier class. It completely depends on you how you play. So just take this all with a massive bowl of salt, and you know, this is just our opinions. We're speaking from experience. Shaky obviously is superiorly experienced in PvP, so just hear out the opinions and make your decision based on that. Anyway, Shaky, how do you want to start this? Which class?
So I guess we can just go in order. That'd make the most sense, right? Of like
Sure.
what you have.
This is just a random
So
order that the thing just picked up. I think it's in alphabetical, actually.
okay, so we have Archer first, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So I think with other classes coming out, and with how we're talking about like full gear and everything, right?
Let's think about this as like the end game 1v1
End
tier
game,
list.
1v1. Okay,
Because it's
so
really hard to,
end game
say,
1v1. I think with all the new classes coming out,
yeah,
a lot of classes got increased mobility. Of course, Ranger did not get Succession for Archer, at least. I mean, so Succession gave a lot of mobility to some classes.
right.
There's new grab classes. We have new classes that came out in general.
Yeah,
And I think a really big problem that Archer has at the moment is at end game, their accuracy is abysmal. So when it comes to hitting those high end evasion targets, they sometimes can't even SA trade, which is
right.
a meme for them. And number two, sometimes they can't even one combo people. And it's not because of them. It's just because the class needs those modifiers and it needs to happen.
Yeah.
Archer definitely needs some loves. I think it has some of the most bad matchups in 1v1 in the game. I would put it at B tier, in my opinion. I don't think it's unplayable. It's not terrible. But I think even the Archers will tell you they experience a lot of problems. I was even just talking with General Morris the other day, and
Yeah.
he's very passionate about Archer, and he feels like it should get some buffs. And I think from my experience, being able to fight them with now the Hash and Moose and the Muso, I mean, both my classes counter Archer. So I can tell you that much.
Yeah, one thing
So
for sure with some of these classes, when you look at the mechanical balance of them, Archer eats up stamina. And if you try to keep up with a ninja, for example, even on a Mystic, I face this against a ninja. I can outplay their CCs perfectly, but by the time I run out of stamina, they still have CCs to go.
yeah,
So
I mean,
I hit a
despite the
wall.
stamina, right?
Yeah.
Archer can relatively stay pretty safe. I don't think it has any
Yeah.
problem staying protected or anything like that.
They
The
can
big
run
like
away. I mean, like, they
yeah,
can kite.
they can seriously kite. They have no problems with that. I think their main problem right now is the damage, in my opinion. They need to have their accuracy buffed.
Gotcha. All right, B tier it is for Archer. Now, I must say, Archer is one of those classes that feels really nice to play. Like, the way they made it fluid, I really do appreciate, but
Yeah.
hey, is what it is.
So do you kind of agree with Archer? Like what's your experience?
I would put it in A tier probably, just
A
because
tier?
because I only played at my gear score level, like 600 gear score, and at this level, they do blow
Yeah.
me up.
Yeah. So you'll start noticing once you
Yeah.
hit like 340 DP, their damage starts to fall off pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
But I think A tier is fair. I mean, it's fair. It's a fair. I wouldn't
Then
say
again, it's like
Archer's
anyone.
unplayable. Archer's still a really good class.
Yeah, I mean, like anyone who's like a god at Archer playing against me who's not as experienced,
Yeah.
they'd probably school me. So
BDO is just not that game
yeah.
where just because the class isn't desirable doesn't mean you can't frag out with it.
Oh hell yeah.
But I think just for me, I would have put it in B. But if you want to put it in A, like that's completely fair.
All right, next one is Berserker.
Berserk. I mean, you can start that one off. What do you
Dude,
think?
Berserker for me is one of those classes which really shine if the player is really good. Like when you're looking at RBF, there's certain Berserkers who play purely for damage. They just go in and just clobber people. There's certain that are so good at grabbing. They'll jump into a crowd, grab the highest score target, and just hold them up in the air. And it's like one of those classes that really is able to differentiate their playstyle.
Mhm.
And when you see like different Berserkers, like in terms of videos or just watching their stream, you can tell like they have their own style of how they want to play it. It's one of those classes which I really do appreciate that it is a high skill cap class, because if a new player picks it up, it's gonna be a long while before they are able to like start, dumping people.
For me, I'd probably base my Zerks off of Noodle Ming. He's insane
Yeah,
at
dude.
Zerker. So Zerker recently got their iframe back, which is huge for them.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't win every matchup, so it's not like S tier, but Zerker really has everything. It has a range CC. It's very fast,
Oh, hell
very
yeah.
very fast. Awakening Zerker has a lot of desync you can work in its favor. It's got the grabs. I would
Yep.
put it in A plus. It's a really good 1v1er, but it doesn't win everything. So I think I think it's a very solid 1v1 class.
And one thing about Berserker is they have a place in pretty much every format of the game. They can
Yeah.
grind well, they can 1v1, they can small scale, they can large scale.
Yep.
I think it's one of the few classes which actually has that viability.
Mm-hmm. I
All
agree.
right. Oh, next up is Dark Knight. When she came out, she was a freaking Sork, Witch, and a Ranger all in one.
She was very busted on release. Yep.
The thing is with her, I think it's one of those classes which rely on their, for Awakening anyway, they rely a lot more on their main hand than other classes do on their Awakening. It's just something I noticed.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily. I think it's just something that people should keep in mind, because if they like the floaty swords and they want to go smash someone with it, that's not enough. It's just not enough.
Yeah.
But yeah.
For me, like I view DK right now as primarily suck dominant still.
Hell yeah.
So, I mean, suck DK does some of the most damage. I mean, they get you, you're not getting up. They do a lot of damage.
It hits so hard. It's like a comparable to a striker almost.
Yeah, it's an iframe class. They don't really stay fully protected,
Yeah.
unlike some classes. So I would put it in A. It's not terrible. It's not amazing. It's right in the middle. I think it's a balanced 1v1er right now.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. It's one of those classes that, for whatever reason, when you hit a skill, it's just not equal to other classes. It just hits so hard.
I would like the best comparison I can make for DK. She's like, think of it like Ryu from Street Fighter. She has all the mechanics and fundamentals there. Of course, she's missing a grab, but like if you're really good, you can beat everybody in the game with her. She
has that skill that gets behind them, so
yeah,
it's not completely
The
helpless.
miniature block jumps. Slant does a really good catch on her. So I mean, she's a solid class, A tier for sure.
Definitely. All right, Guardian's up next.
Okay, so Guardian. The thing is with Guardian is that they literally have more protections than Nancy Pelosi has ripped up legal documents. So A plus.
Which one, Succession or Awakening, though?
Both are good. The thing is with Guardian is that like they have everything. They have iframe, they have a grab, they have every super in the game, right? They have DP buff. Suck has the heal. Like a lot of Guardians right now, they.
Yo, Shaky, you there? Just broke off. Hello? Alright, let's give him a moment to get back here. But dude, Guardian, if played right, can definitely do some work. I really like Succession Guardian, though. Yeah, the slow, it's insane. Let me just message him. Yeah, like, one thing about Awakening, though, is like, it can be predictable, but you gotta utilize whatever you have, like, in terms of your kit. F in chat, definitely. I fought some really good Succession Guardians, they smashed me. They hit hard, and they got the utility as well. Solid class for sure. Just wait for Shaky to get back. Get your life skill gear. Wait, sell your life skill gear for Pen Dimtree when? I did consider it, but I don't think I will, because I need the Caphras to make the Dead God, right? Awakened Guardian, I never had any issue dealing with as a Mystic. Like, I have the speed to outplay her, but Succession Guardian hurts. Like, I do not outplay her. Just listen to Russ's voice in your head. Never sell your gear until you're sure. Yeah, like, look, I really need the Caphras, so I don't see myself selling it anytime soon. 90%, 99% of Awakening Guardians are Pepegas. Yeah, they are. I mean, like a lot of them rolled Awakening Guardian for
Hello, hello.
grinding. You're back. What's up, man?
I think my internet bugged out there. We're good.
Yeah, I was just talking to Chad about Guardians.
Yeah.
Awakened Guardian, like if you're a fast class with decent amount of protection, like for example Succession Mystic, I have
Mhm.
the speed to outplay them. Whereas Succession is way harder to deal with for some reason. They're just
Yeah,
strong.
I agree. I think Suck Guardian is the better class for PvP. But a majority of Guardians right now, they're just using Awakening because you can just, one, two,
Yeah,
three, right?
exactly.
But a lot of the higher end Guardians I've seen that are a little more skilled, I've seen them use Succession,
Right.
and it does really well. It's a really good class 1v1 and large scale.
Definitely. Yeah, and it's one of those classes as well. It has a place everywhere. It can grind, it can 1v1, large
Yep.
scale. Got it all. Alright, so A plus for that one. Alright, next up is your class, Hashasan.
Okay, so Awakening Assassin. I mean, listen, you have a grab, right? You can cancel your grab if you miss it. It's an option to select. You just spam F. If you hit the grab, you won't cancel it. If you miss it, it'll cancel. So the grab is essentially safe, which is very strong, right? You have block jumps. You have some of the most mobility in the game, and you have a main and protected engage that goes through frontals, which is Sin Splitter, and it's a very fast engage. S
Definitely.
tier. It has zero bad matchups. The only questionable matchup for him is Striker and Mystic, but that's usually only a gear check. That's it.
Yep.
Um, it doesn't have any bad matchups. It's an S tier class.
That's the
Hashashin's very scary right now.
That's the one class which has desynced more for me than any other class, more than a
Yeah.
sword, and that is to
S-
their advantage.
Awakening Hashashin is just for 1v1. It's super strong. It's whenever I fight people on the class, they don't know what to do for the most part. The
Yep.
only classes that gave Hashashin a run for its money are the other S tiers, which we'll get
Yep.
into later, right?
Definitely.
It's a lot of matchups, right? It's just face roll. Awakening Hash is just nutty right now.
Yeah.
It's really strong.
100%. It's one of those classes that scale really well with your own skill, which
Yeah.
are my favorite kinds. That if you're really good at it, there's very few people
Yeah.
can match you. I mean,
Yeah, the only thing with it is like obviously it's a higher, skill ceiling class, so
an FPS, I guess.
most hashes you fight, whatever. But when you
Yep.
fight the good one, you really feel like you can't do anything if you're not playing another S tier class.
Yep.
Super strong.
We'll get there, dudes. Chill. All right. S tier. I agree. 100%. Great damage, protections, mobility, everything.
It has everything. Yep.
Everything. All right. Kunoichi and Ninja. Let's do the Kuno first.
What's your opinion on
Kuno, S tier. Only
I
because
agree.
only
I
because
agree.
she can go toe to toe with Ninja, but in a different way. Like her skills are, her style is same, but at the same time, when I'm fighting a Kuno, I get slowed 100% of the time.
Yeah, their slow stacking potential is really strong.
Yup.
And unlike the ninja counterpart, they have a little bit more accuracy than them.
Yeah.
They have quite a bit actually. The Sakuno accuracy is a lot, and their mobility is it's a lot. It's really just instant. It's just teleports.
Yeah.
And they can really clip your back. So a Sakuno can really abuse a lot of classes in the game 1v1. It's definitely an S2.
Right.
I agree.
Kuno is one of those classes that I felt more controlled by her than other classes. Like just because of the slow stacking, and then she has the mobility, she has a block jump, she has the grabs. It's like I'm never safe. If I'm slow, I'm trying to go grab her. She's gonna grab me first. So
Yep.
one of those classes that
Sakuno's
just
very good.
mechanically privileged.
I agree.
Ninja, the
I think that's
favorite.
obvious. I think it's S tier as well. Suck Ninja is it's very strong. It's very strong right now. I
100%.
think it's also S tier. I mean, block
Awakening
it doesn't
does
have a
too.
single bad matchup.
Awakening does work too. I guess it's one of those classes that just comes down to the individual play style, the individual player.
So Awakening is a little different now. So like with Successions being in the game, Awakening Ninja has met with some bad matchups now.
Yep.
So for example, Hash actually counters Awakening Ninja really hard. And
Really? How so?
Suck Musa. Well, because Awakening Ninja is based around the forward guards. They can't avoid doing a forward
Right.
guard in Awakening. When they're doing the movement from afar, when they're doing the iframe and forward guard,
Yeah.
I can time my block jump as soon as they forward guard from distance, and they
Nice.
cannot escape it. When they do murderous intent, that engage, I can meet it with Sim Splitter.
Yep.
If they linger bond, Katana Shower, which that's usually the low red ninjas using it. The good ninjas will typically use bond and Serpent Ascension.
Yeah.
I can grab them out of that, for example. Awakening Ninja has a lot of hard times with a lot of the newer successions nowadays. Whether it's SA trading and just being able to get out engaged. So I think Suck Ninja is still a little bit superior. Suck Ninja is able to deal with hash toe to toe.
Nice.
So I would put Suck Ninja as a superior out of the two.
Yep.
Only slightly, not by a lot. But I think Suck Ninja is S tier. It's got everything. You have the grab, you got good iframes, amazing
Now,
damage, good combo potential. It's just really good all around class.
both classes are in any of the S tier, any class in this game, high skill potential really shines. Like, the better the player, the better it's going to perform. But in your opinion, Succession, Hashashin, or just any Hashashin versus a Succession Ninja, which one do you think requires the highest skill cap?
Like,
Like,
which one
let
requires
me
more
let
skill
me
to
rephrase
play?
it. Which one has the highest potential? I'd like to say
I think Suck Ninja and Hash equally have the highest
equal.
potential. Awakening Hash, that is. Suck Ninja isn't, or Suck Hash, I mean, is not really viewed as the strongest 1v1er
Right.
because one, no grab. Two, it doesn't have a safe CC.
Gotcha.
You're relying on the block jump cancel for him.
Hmm. I
So he
think
has some matchups where Suck he can't do anything at all.
Ninja
The
is
bot
an
classes.
easier one for players to choose. I think
Yeah,
Hashashin is just
I mean Suck Ninja and Hash are pretty high skill ceiling at the
definitely.
end of the day.
Anyway,
You,
S tier,
yeah,
of course.
yep.
All
It's
right.
pretty hard to say which one's tougher to play.
Yeah. All right. Let me actually reorder some of these just so that I book the similar classes together.
Yeah.
Actually, they're already set now. All right. Next one, Lan.
What's your opinion?
So, Succession Lan can do a lot of damage, obviously, but she's missing the crucial grab, which really differentiated her
Yeah,
as a 1v1er that Awakening has. She can hit hard, has good super armors, but I've super armor traded Lans plenty of times on my Mystic, and I've come out on top just because I had the grab.
yeah. I think Sucklon. It was good before the nerfs, but then they nerfed
Yes.
it. So Sucklon is kind of what Suck Hash is right now in
Yep.
terms of damage. I'd say Awakening Lon is the stronger 1v1er. And
100%.
in that regard, she's also an S tier 1v1er. Her grab is phenomenal.
Insane, yeah.
Just iframe grab, iframe grab. There's not a lot of classes who can deal with that in the game. It's only the S tiers.
The thing that people have to remember is it does look toxic when a Awakening Lan comes at you, misses their grab, and then just flies around until it's back off cooldown.
Yeah.
It does feel scummy, but they have every right to do so. That's how their class plays. That is a mechanic built into their class.
Yep.
I mean, it's just the nature of it. If you're looking at this in like a tournament setting, no one would blame them for doing it. Everyone would say, "Hey, he's kiting, he's skilled." So
I would put Awakening Lon in S as well.
yep, I agree. Awakening 1v1 potential, very high.
Yep.
Assassination style gameplay, high mobility. The grab has a much better range than most grabs. I think it's great.
Yep.
A good Lan is indeed scary. Yes, that's right, Uber. Like any of these classes, like it's not the class that carries a player. It should be the player that makes the class even more phenomenal. Like with enough skill, you do that. Anyway, let's move on. We got Meva and Musa next. So let's start off with the Meva.
Okay, so Awakening Mewa did get some love recently,
Yep.
but it has the same problem that Awakened Musa has. Awakened Mewa kind of got buffed similar to be like Musa, so it became an SA trader.
Yeah.
But the problem is on the core skills you use for trading, it doesn't do enough damage. It doesn't have the accuracy.
Right.
So I think for 1v1, both Mei and Musa are suck dominant.
Yep.
So when it comes to Meiwa, I would put her at A plus because Musa has a tool up on Meiwa, which is going to be the fact that Musa has Fire Angel, which is the dash, the super armor dash,
Yep.
which doesn't use any stamina. Meiwa doesn't have that. She has to work around her things by doing her version of crosscut for to linger essay, and then she has some blind thrust mobility too. But the problem with Meiwa is that she has a couple matchups where Musa is dominant in compared to
Yeah.
Meiwa counterpart, strictly because of that stamina problem. Both classes became really stamina heavy, and for Meiwa not to have Fire Angel is really huge in some matchups, and
Yep.
that causes her to lose some. So I would put her in A plus, but she's still one of the strongest 1v1ers in the game.
So the Fire Angel for Musa, that's WF, was it?
Yeah, that's the skill
WF. Okay.
that like you see them literally run.
Yeah. I played Musa a long time ago. When I was using that, people were like, I didn't know you had a charge. I'm like,
Yeah.
yep.
And you can do that every 4 seconds. So
Yeah.
that saves Musa a lot of stamina.
A plus, welcome to the stream.
So for Meiwa, that gives her a problem in a couple matchups.
Yeah.
So I would put her at A plus.
Yeah.
And I would put Musa at S because Musa, yes, it doesn't have a grab, but if you really have to play a matchup, you can literally just arrow and do nothing else
Yeah.
until you get a catch. Like against the Lon, who's a 1v1 god, Musa can stay away from the grab and just arrow, and the Lon can't do anything. Same
100%.
thing goes for Tamer, right? Musa just counters a lot of classes with the arrow gameplay at the moment.
Yep.
And obviously has D-Bite and forward blind thrust being really strong engages. So that's where I would differentiate Musa and Meiwa in terms of 1v1.
Yep.
But like Meiwa will still be able to beat any class Musa can.
Yep. It comes down to the individual.
Yeah. The difference between Meiwa and Musa 1v1 is very small. Very, very, very small. The only edge Musa has is the Fire Angel.
Right.
Which gives him an easier time to fight Lon, for example, where he can avoid that grab. Whereas Meiwa will have a tougher time dealing with that grab.
Absolutely.
That's where I would differentiate it. So Musa is S tier. It can fight any class right now in the game. His only tough matchup is Warrior. That's it.
Why would you say Warrior? I mean, I know Warriors are nutty, but what is it about Warrior that...
It's the slow stacking. It's the 360-degree funnel essay block.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fact that he has a 7-second grab.
Yeah.
And his mobility can rival Musa and Meiwa.
Right.
At the cost of no stamina problems.
Right. I mean, their charge is just phenomenal. It covers so much distance. Charge and solar flare.
Is one of Musa's hardest matchups.
Understood.
That's the only hard matchup. So in a sense, you could say that Musa is A plus. You could, but Musa can still deal with Warrior. You know, it can still fight it.
Yeah, it comes down to, like, I think I gotta remind everyone, when you're considering these classes, I know it feels really annoying and scummy when that Musa just, you know, doesn't kill you, and then he just backs out until his HP is back to full, and you can't catch them unless you blow out every single cooldown, and then you're wide open. Look, that is a skill. I mean, that it's within their kit. And that's how they choose to play it to win. And that's perfectly fine. Think of it in a setting of an arena where you're in a tournament. And then think about, is that something that's like good or bad? I mean, obviously you're going to be like, hey, he did it to win, of course. So 100%, I think it's one of those classes which definitely has the potential.
Yeah. A lot of people, like, they don't view Musa as strong. But I mean, I know like other good Musas as well, and they'll kind of agree, right? The thing is, you see most Musas, they just play aggressive, and that's not how you're supposed to play the class.
Right.
I'm sure every single one of you have fought a Musa that just makes you go, why can't I hit this guy?
Yep.
You know? And it's strictly because they have that play style.
Yo, we just went through the entire explanation, Prim. Just scroll back or rewind. By the way, guys,
it's debatable for him to be at A plus, but in my opinion, he's S. He fights every class in the game and wins it. Only bad matchup being Warrior. It is what it is. He just controls the flow of the matchup.
Yep. It comes down to the individual. Like you have a playstyle which wins, so why go mongoloid and run into the wall? Like
Yeah.
anyway, let's move on. Next up is going to be Mystic. I think I might sound a bit biased on this, but Mystic's
What do you
pretty good.
think?
Oh, so
Yeah, I agree. Mystic's really solid. Suck Mystic, right?
Suck Mystic. So here's the
Yeah, Suck
things
Mystic.
that I really like about her. Her protections are really good. And
24/7. Yep.
the difference between her protection versus like say Striker's protection, while Striker does have a lot of protections, his protections are in like let's take for example Crimson Fang
They
for
have gaps.
yeah. The first skill of the Crimson Fang has protection, but the 3 follow-up skills don't. And they do a ton of damage. Same with Adamantine. First one is forward guard, and the follow-up skills are blank. So Mystic, on the other hand, when you're doing Thunder Pound and then into Tornado Kick, into Soul Basher, Thunder Pound 3-second cooldown, forward guard. Soul Basher, 3-second cooldown, super armor. And then you have Tornado Kick, which is super armor. So many skills are protected and do a ton of damage. So on top of that, she has a lot of speed, and she has a versatile kit. She has stun, she has stiffness, she has grabs. I think she is. Someone's saying A. I don't think she's A. She'll fight most of these classes, but the S tier classes, when I look at all of them, they're all the classes that can outplay her stamina. So if I'm
Yeah.
trying to, if I try to play a ninja, if I play perfectly and dodge all his CCs, I'll run out of stamina before he runs out of CCs. Assassin, Ninja Kuno, Lon can stay away, Musa can stay away, and that is the main thing. Like even Meiwa would be able to stay away and just not engage me. And what am I gonna do?
I'm kind of torn with Suck Mystic because like Mystic became a class that like is kind of like rare to see nowadays,
Mm-hmm.
and I've seen like really good Suck Mystics, and Suck Mystic, like you were saying, unlike Striker, Suck Mystic now has a true full super armor rotation.
Yep.
The only time where she starts to make a risk is when she does those quick flash steps to come grab you. That's
Yeah.
it. That's her only risk. Whereas like Striker has plenty of other gaps in its kit.
Yeah.
If Mystic really wants to, she can just stay protected and stand still until you come at her. She does not have
100%.
to push you at all if she doesn't want to. I with her, like I agree with what you said. She's gonna struggle against other S tiers. So for me, she's either A or A plus.
Yep.
But like that, I mean, it's hard because like I think she has an answer for every class in the game. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
I would.
She gets
I'm
risky.
leaning towards A plus because she can 24/7 rotate,
Right.
and the classes without a grab will inevitably have a very hard time against Mystic because of that
Right.
factor, right?
Every grab class has a potential to kill her because she needs to come in close to get them. Now,
Yeah.
one thing I really enjoy about her is that not only does her protected skills do damage, but a lot of them do have some form of CC on them. So not only are they protected, they're doing damage, they're spammable, and they have stiffness and floats on the last hit, or they have that additional bonus. So they have it all pretty much, except for the fact that she's standing very still like a gun turret when she's doing Thunder Pound, but I think that is 100% necessary for her to do so.
Like
Imagine she had more
objectively
mobility.
thinking about it, she'd have a hard time against Kuno and Ninja.
Exactly.
She'd have a hard time against Zerker because of the
Yep.
mobility. She'll have a hard time against Warrior as well from the mobility.
So
I would say A or A plus. I would say A because yeah, she does really well against certain classes, but then there are some classes for her that are really hard. But like she's a phenomenal 1v1er at the end of the day.
yeah, when I look at the A plus classes, I can fight a Guardian, but it's a toss up because they are so strong. Meiwa can stay away, and Berserker is the most dangerous of the grab classes because they have so much potential with the grabs. Like they have the better grab. I mean,
yeah,
I would definitely say she is the best of the A tiers.
Mystic is one of those classes where like you're gonna make that class. So
Yeah.
I think it's A. I think it's good.
I think it's the best of the A tier so far. Better than I'd put her above Archer and Dark Knight, because an Archer, if I don't want him to catch me, he's not going to. Like I have the protections to weave in between, and as a Dark Knight, it's gonna be my super armor rotation that saves me.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on to Striker.
So Striker I'd put in the same tier as Mystic.
Yep.
I think he's almost worse than Mystic in 1v1 now because of those gaps. those gaps, a striker will struggle against a lot of quick CC classes. I'd almost say B tier. But
I wouldn't say B tier just because. Let's
yeah,
talk about Succession is weaker in my opinion. I mean, if you like it, I mean, play
yeah,
whatever
I
you like,
agree with
but
that. Awakening's definitely better 1v1.
so let's take a look
But
at the kit of the Awakening. Like they have
yeah,
the mobility, they have protected mobility in Awakening, and now with the changes to like being able to like put like knockdown on leg drop, like
yeah, that's true actually.
they are back to the stage they used to be, which was considered broken before all the classes got Succession to counterbalance everything. Like they used to be really strong. Now, sure, we're not like clearing the entire field with our shift Q 100%, but 1v1 potential is there.
Yeah, I'd say Ace fair for that.
Yep.
I think Striker is a very honest class.
I think it's going to be in the same level as like Mystic. Like,
Yeah. If we can make it more specific, I would say Mystic is the better 1v1er at the moment. For sure,
understood.
just because of her protection. She has a true SA rotation right now, whereas Striker
That
doesn't.
too, she's faster. Like I feel her animations,
Yeah,
her skills are just
her
quicker.
succession is very quick, I agree.
Now, if you compare like Striker against all of these classes here, once again, I think every one of those has the outplay potential. Yes, I know it's a bit cheesy to say, well, Maeva's just going to keep running away until she lands a CC, but the potential's
That's
there.
the counter to the class, so
Is what it is. All right.
yep.
Next on this list is Nova. Unfortunately, I haven't fought a PvP Nova, so I'm going to have to rely on you for this one.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm the same as you. Nova's like really rare.
Yep.
Only Nova I fought was Archon Nihilus, and you seem to be doing pretty well on it. On
Mhm.
paper, the class has everything, kind of like Hash, but minus the block jumps.
Yeah.
It has a grab. The only thing that's really weird about it is like her awakening and success and her pre-awakening. They don't seem to fit together. It's like two like puzzle pieces that don't fit. It's really weird, right?
Right. Yeah, yeah. When I look
Yeah,
at Nova's Succession, like it has an entire playstyle, entire
yeah.
persona to it, whereas Awakening is on the complete other end of the spectrum. It looks like it's a different class entirely,
For
and
me,
they don't
I'd
really
rather
mesh.
leave it up to like chat or like viewers to like discover that because like for me, it's personally it's too early for me to have an opinion on that class.
Understood. Chat, what do you guys think? Spam it in here while we talk about the next one.
I mean, it has a grab. It has really good mobility. On paper, I want to say she's A plus with like what she has tool wise, right?
Yeah.
Because I know what they do. They have that insane vacuum. They have a grab. They have really good mobility. They have a 360-degree frontal as a block. Like they actually on paper have everything.
Yeah.
Her damage seems to be awesome. I heard that the bond skills, she got a really good bond skill,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just too early for me to say.
Yeah.
At least for me so far on paper, she looks like she has a really solid kit. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Uh,
Just too early.
S tier for beauty. There you go. uh so yeah,
Too
too
early
early
tier.
tier.
I like that. Too early tier.
Screw it, let's do it. Add a row below. Oh,
I wonder. I'm really interested to see what people say about Nova. Like if anyone does comment on it in your video. I really want to see what people say because it's still too new for me personally.
yeah, this is one of those games where some of the classes people have been playing for years. Like
Yeah.
if I compare a ninja who's been playing for 2 to 3 months versus someone like Yellow, it's
Oh
dude
yeah, big difference.
dude breeds the ninja. Like it's completely not even a comparison. So this is also one of those classes I think we're gonna have to wait until that skill level is achieved. People get a lot of practice in, they learn all the intricate
Yeah.
details about the class and then actually put it to the test. So
Be right back. One moment.
yeah, go for it. So far, I know people are not gonna like seeing some of the ratings for these classes, but you got to remember these change throughout the brackets. Like if you're comparing soft cap 245, 305-ish DP, versus endgame, it's really different. Like it's not going to be the same tier list because some classes are able to like blow people up at 245 and later on they're not able to do so because at that point the evasion scales to a much higher level or something else, and then you start getting to a point
Okay, we
where
back.
you're
Yeah, I think too early tier. We need to
gotcha.
get some opinions on that.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was just telling chat like how some classes scale differently at different points of the game. For example, a class at soft
Yeah.
cap might blow someone up, whereas once they're at end game, the evasion gap is too high.
Yeah, like for example, strikers and S tier and soft
Yeah.
cap. We're talking about like 650 plus GS. The game's just different at that point, you know?
Striker just kills
So
everybody in just a few skills in soft cap, but once you get to the high level, it's not the same thing because evasion
striker
scaling
soft
and
cap can just go ulta entire ball and kill them.
yeah.
So yeah. Different story.
What's up, guys? All right, next one is Ranger.
That's easy for me. It's a B tier class 1v1. Too many bad matchups. Both suck and awakening.
They lack protection. So let me tell you
Yes, they do.
my story of Ranger. It was the first class I played in BDO, and the gameplay was phenomenal because every Ranger class I played in any MMORPG, they're just standing in the back, static, just pew pew. This one is so mobile, and the skills just look so bursty, and like shotgun is just so satisfying to do. It was a phenomenal class before Awakening came out, and then they like cucked us saying, "Hey, you're gonna have to become a glass cannon melee with very bad protections." Which, you know, if you're very skilled, sure, you can do some work on it, but it just wasn't the same. I'm like, I really enjoyed the playstyle she had with her main hand. I mean, that's what a ranger was, but then you got this dinky little sword, and then you're doing all this fancy wave attacks and whatnot. It just didn't match. And Succession, sure, when she came out was like a monster, but, you know, hey, I'm talking about my experience as a ranger. Shut up, noob. So it comes down to like how they forced the class to go, and then I don't think they ever properly balanced her when they brought her back. Like she can stay away, she can run away and start going pew pew and murk people. But let's look at like a mystic. If a ranger's gonna do that, I can actually keep up with them to a pretty good extent, and I have enough protections to say, hey, forward guard. Oh, iframe, forward guard. What you gonna do? So it's like mechanically challenged class. So this is a 1v1 PvP tier list. I'm sure she has her place in other forms of the game, but is what it is.
Okay,
Alright.
so shy for 1v1, obviously B tier, right? But I do need to show you something because, like,
I've
I
seen
want
some
you to.
shies do work, man.
I need you to play this clip on stream.
Yeah.
It's a shy, okay? You need to show your stream this before, like, because this is the 1v1 list, obviously, right?
Yeah.
You need to understand the utility for a shy in large scale. It's too strong. Shy is so good in large scale. I don't care what anyone says.
What is going on? It's like
Look,
raining
one
players.
shy just made a play for the entire guild. Like,
Just held
you
him
can't
there.
sleep on shy. You just can't. That's the homie Patage just doing work.
Oh
And look at the
man.
feed pop off just because of that one shy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not good 1v1, but it doesn't matter. That's not her place. Shy is a very, very useful. Very useful. And
100%.
obviously, it's very good at end game grind spots as well. So,
Oh man. That's just
yeah,
hilarious.
shy is too useful, man.
All right.
It's too useful.
1 second, let me switch back.
Yeah.
All right. So, if for any newer player who's watching this video later on, Shy is one of those classes that was forcefully
Oh, you put it in
limited.
S tier. Oh, never mind. Okay.
No.
I was gonna say.
I was just gonna tell people, any new player watching, Shy's PvP damage is limited by the game. They purposely reduced her PvP damage output because she has other, you know, benefits going for her, and they released her to be that utility-based class, and that's something really rare in this game. You notice everything is a DPS class, and it's core sense. There isn't a proper tank class. Everyone does damage. The reason why they added Shy was because they wanted a bit of diversity, and PA really took a hit on it because every time they release a class, if it's a female DPS class, that's when they make the most money. And from a monetary standpoint, that's what they got to do to, you know, get the profits rolling in. But they did take a hit on it to add that diversity, and in the future, they do want to add more of that. So I do like that they brought it out. As for the class itself, I have my opinions about it. I'll keep it to myself. But, you know, even though she's low on this tier list, she's definitely a useful class in other aspects.
She's obviously just horrible 1v1, but that's not her place, man. Her
Now,
large scale utility, so good, so good.
I think that was the class that I heard was really upset about the add-on change because they lost some of their dots for 1v1 stuff, but I haven't really met too many of those Shies.
Yeah.
This guy is so mad. All right.
He just came in the middle of the tier list, so he didn't.
Let me just tell you, Ranger can beat the Shy just because they're on the same tier. It's like, ew, don't touch me. Get away from me. All right.
True.
All right, Sork.
Okay, so Sork is a very controversial class. A lot of people hate it.
Yeah.
But you got to understand, that class has problems with a lot of classes in the game. So to the average player, like when you fight a node war, yeah, large scale Sork, it's iframing everywhere, it gets in, gets out, does insanely good, right? The thing is with Sork is that she actually has a lot of matchups where she has problems. Sork loses to quick CCs, right? So the thing is with Sork is that she has inevitable gaps she has to do. She has unsafe skills she has to commit to no matter what. That's just how she plays.
Yep.
So she'll get, like, you can ask any Sork. They'll get countered by Musa, they'll get countered by Meiwa, they're countered by Hash, they're countered by Ninja. Kuno's a hard matchup for them. Warrior's a hard matchup for them. Yep. I'd put them at A+ in my opinion. They're very strong in 1v1. They can deal with any class in the game. But they have classes that are very hard for them to deal with. To a lot of people, it's an S tier class, but it's really not. It has a lot of classes that it struggles with as well. And one other thing too is that, like, this is funny to say, but you know, even Suck Wizard, right? Suck Wizard just outsorks the Sork in a 1v1. It's funny. It's literally a meme. Ever watch a Sork and a Suck Wizard fight? The Wizard will just outkite the Sork and out SA trade. It's bonkers. So for me, it's a A+ tier. It's very strong 1v1. It's one of the best classes for 1v1, but it's not a class that's the unkillable GOAT, you know? It has bad matchups.
All right, let me just clarify something. Just because they're on the same tier doesn't mean they're equally, you know, equal in strength. There is an order that you can consider for same tier classes. Like, I know people are like malding right now. It's like,
yeah.
Look, I know your digital waifu is not high up on the list. Get over it. All right, Sork though.
I think you could even get this opinion from a lot of Sork mains. I'll tell you, like, the class has inevitable gaps. A lot of the player base, they don't know the gaps.
The people who can tell you the weakness of the class are the ones that actually play it. I mean, if you're dying to a Sork, I mean, obviously you're gonna think it's really strong. Sork is the class that, out of most of the classes, it's one of those that can engage 1vx and actually win. Just because the iframes and the way the skills work, I guess. It's one of those classes that not many classes can do. I'm sure Hashasan can probably pull out the same thing. A ninja that goes in and bursts a bunch of people can probably pull out the same thing, but it's a very rare ability to have, like, in terms of playstyle. Yeah,
A+. Like, I can see already a lot of people in chat are SS, but like,
I can handle a Sork as a mystic.
Yeah, now, you have to understand her bad matchup. She does have them. To the classes where she doesn't, she seems like a god class. You know,
like a good Sork, a Sork who's like more experienced than me and is a better player. He can beat me, but at the same time, I've beaten plenty of Sorks as a mystic.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like.
Yeah, so even like that Devil's Butcher person,
Evan won't even fight me. He can be on B tier. I'll put Sork in B tier just because he refuses to PvP me. That guy has like 50 gear score on me. He never PvPs me. Known him for years. Doesn't want to play. Just kidding. I'm just raging about a friend
Yeah,
of mine.
but yeah, so even like Butcher in your chat, he's main Sork for 4 years, and he agrees that's A plus. Like, she definitely has the hard counters, but to the classes that get countered by Sork, it seems like an S tier class, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
But she definitely has some counters,
The
So
most
she's a A plus.
for Sork as a mystic, it was patience for me. Like I just had to be patient to just wait for the opening. Because if she's blinking around, I'm not really gonna catch and grab her. So just super armor, super armor, super armor. Eventually,
Yeah,
I'll find my opening. Now, at the same time, I've gotten dunked by some really good Sorks, but that just comes down to a skill thing.
yeah.
In terms of,
You have to understand, Shadow Leap got some gaps.
yeah,
Dream of Doom on safe. Grim Reaper's Judgment has a gap on hit. Nightmare on safe. They have so many gaps. They throw the boomerang out on safe, right? Their only protected CC is the one pre-awakening bound, really.
no, we
A lot
don't,
of a lot of it is them making risks to eat just
yeah,
catch you. That's just the straight up fact. And those gaps are so small that a lot of classes just cannot punish them, right? But
yeah,
the classes with the quick CCs, they really destroy Sork. They really do.
100% agree. Like,
Yeah,
once again, we don't play Sork guys, but we fought against plenty of Sorks,
yeah,
and as a mystic, I'm able to handle a Sork, but like I told you, like skill is everything. A good Sork's gonna punish me, whereas someone on my level, I probably can take him.
yeah.
So anyway,
Sork is
let's.
very, very good.
It's a strong class, and yes, in small scale, she is very strong. 1vx small scale, she does really well. But
Yeah.
let's finish this up. Tamer.
S.
I hate her stupid dog. Like I
Yeah.
was dueling as a tamer and he was beating me. We were playing on trials at the time, but he kept beating me until I figured out ignore the tamer and just fight the dog and let the tamer die into super armors.
Yeah. Tamer is S tier for sure. I don't think anyone disagrees with that one.
Under- I eventually 1v1 the dog and won, but
Both
it,
suck in Awakened. Tamer and 1v1 are scary.
mhm.
So
The burst of an awakening tamer is something not many people experience because they're so rare.
yeah.
But I've never been 100 to 0 so fast.
Yeah, they do some crazy damage, that's for sure.
Very high APM requirement to master a tamer. Just
They
saying.
also die equally as fast, though. Just remember
Oh,
that.
very squishy.
Yeah,
Slippery if you play it right, but at the same time, stamina is a thing. So eventually you can't Musa it like a tamer, but the damage, dude. And Succession
yeah.
has the CCs. Very, yeah, very satisfying to get killed by her, isn't it? No, not at all.
Tamer, very solid.
Very powerful 1v1 class.
Yep.
Though she suffers in PvE a bit, but I think a good tamer can still do well in PvE as well. Not as like Hashasan level or Striker level, but they can do decent.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Valkyrie.
What's your take on Valk? I want to hear you first.
I think if I had to put her in order of the S tiers, I'd say like, Hashasan, Ninja, they're neck and neck. Then it's a
Yeah,
Kuno, then it's a Valkyrie. I'm sure like a Musa
I agree.
can run around
No,
circles.
it's tough for Musa too, and I'll tell you why. So with the Garmoth slot being a thing right now, right?
Yeah.
It's opened up room for a lot more people to run adamantines,
Yes.
and that crystal setup is very strong on Valk.
So for those of you who don't
Literally, Valkyrie right now is, oh, I got CC'd, and then all you hear is they're mashing E, they're mashing E, and then you're getting grabbed, and then you just got one shot.
Yep.
The fastest you ever have gotten one shot in your life.
So let me just
Um,
clarify for the chat. Valkyrie has a skill which gives her 10% resistance, which is outside of the resistance cap, correct?
yes,
So like PvP, it's 60%. What is it?
yes,
60%. So of all the classes, you have this innate resistance, which is so much more powerful than just evasion alone, because CCs are everything at endgame, especially in like any PvP, any tier. CCs are the lifeline of killing someone in this game. So she has that innate ability, and on top of that, she has really powerful blocks. I think she has the best block in the game. Her burst damage, her mobility is not half bad. I mean, she can cover a little bit of distance. She can't really keep up with freaking Musa or Meiwa in a sprint, but she
I
has
mean,
a
she has
very
some mobility, man.
yeah,
Like
she has a versatile kit.
Suck Val can get around, like no
Yeah.
problem. Like I like see like I almost want to have S plus tier now with this list. But like I think Valk is one of those classes right now where, I mean, with the current like gear building in the game, it there's nothing a lot of classes can do against Valk right now in 1v1. It's insane. Every S tier class has a problem with Valk
Yep.
because of the fact that you CC them, they get up instantly. That's the problem. So it's a very strong, very, very strong class. So it
Sunshine.
deserves S.
By the
It's the
time
OP.
Yeah, and when I meant she has one of the best blocks in the game, I didn't mean just in terms of tankiness, is that she can use really good skills out of it.
Yeah.
So that's what really differentiates her.
Yep.
There's no S plus god tier, just put wizard there.
I
All right.
agree with yeah.
Should we put an S plus? Because there's a lot of S
I
classes
think
here.
we should put an S plus, and I think Valkyrie should be in it. I think Valkyrie
Whoops.
and Tamer should be an S plus
I just deleted
because out of the S tiers, right?
Nova's tier. One sec.
Out of those S tiers, Tamer and Valkyrie are annoying for all the S tiers. You know, I would put them in S plus in my opinion.
I just lost Nova. I mean, her icon is just gone. She's just got deleted because I accidentally deleted the wrong Nova.
Oh.
Rip. Bye, Nova. Oh well.
Well, but anyway, she's too early to say. But I think S plus is very deserving for Valk and Tamer to be in. I don't know how people would feel about that, but like adds like a Musa and Hash Tamer is annoying for those classes too, right? And I'm sure ninjas and kunos are think Tamer is annoying too. So I
So
think
would you keep Hashasan? I don't think I can keep Ninja and Hashasan just in S tier at that point.
they should remain in S.
Should they?
I think Tamer and Valk should be S plus.
Gamer and Valk. Maybe we should change that tier to special honorable mentions or something like.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think that's what's fine. I think Tamer, because there's other S pluses that we're gonna be putting up. I would honestly put Tamer and Valk S plus. They deserve it. They really do.
All right.
Everyone, all the S tier classes will say something about Tamer, Trust, and Valk.
Let's after we're done putting every class in here, let's try to order them.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right.
What's the next class? Is your camera blocking it?
What's that?
What's the next class?
Oh, sorry. We got Warrior.
Warrior
Next. Let me just there we go.
Warrior's S plus.
Whoa, sorry guys. I just hit my camera. I'm sure that was a bad noise. Yep. Warrior is a very powerful class. Let's just give them a little bit of background on Warrior.
I'll explain why, right? I got you.
Go for it.
It has mobility that rivals Musa, no stamina problems, 7-second grab CD. The whiff punish window is some of the smallest in the game. Any mistake they do is corrected by a Q cancel. Just press Q, the skill got canceled. Scales with FPS infinitely almost. So it's insane.
100%.
One of the best 1v1 classes in the game, S plus.
The kit of a warrior, very versatile. They got mobility. They have a wide range of CCs, but they scale infinitely with FPS, along with skill. Like, you have to be very good to play it. We're not talking about like the average player here. We're talking about what a endgame player who's practiced like a lot of PvP would play. I think Warrior is one of those classes that would say, hey, I'm not afraid of any class here. They'll take anyone on. Now, S plus, right? Yep. Now, look, it's so hard to say, like, I don't think we can, when you're at the S tier classes, I think anything S and S above, like, it comes down to the individual player skill. I don't think innate advantages like really help them anymore. Like a mystic trying to keep up with a ninja, my stamina is just not enough. If I play perfectly, I'll run out of stamina. I have to wait for them to make a mistake, or I have to be lucky. You know?
I'd say A plus and above is coming down to who's better, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
A plus.
A plus and
Yep.
above, those classes all it's about who's
I don't
better in the
know.
matchup.
Guardian. I'd like to revisit that one though.
Okay, we'll do that at the end.
Yeah. Which?
Which was S well, which can't be S plus because she has some things that she can't do like Wizard, but there's one thing I think that's getting slept on with Witch. It's the fact that she can hold Meteor and teleport with Meteor. It's
She can? I didn't know that.
fucking stupid. I found the first Witch, whoever's done that to me, and I couldn't win against the Witch. It's it's dumb. Let's just put Witch in S or A plus. Like Witch is so strong. It's crazy to me because like before Succession,
Can a wizard do that?
like Witch and Wizard were dog tier 1v1, right?
Yeah.
But
100%.
now it's like, what is this class, right? It's like I would say Witch is like A plus or S, wherever you want to put it. I'm
I'd put her
fine
at
with
A
it.
plus. I think wizard has like a step
Witch
above
is,
her.
Wizard is S plus, no doubt. Wizard is
Let's talk
on
about it. Yeah, I mean, I
level.
agree. I just want to give everyone a insight on what makes him that way.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like the one noticeable thing that wizard has over witch is his double teleport. So witch has a very witch and wizard both have a very wide range of kit like skills. Like they have heals that are better than anyone else's. They have long range CCs, long range nukes. It's one of those classes that are mechanically privileged versus like I mean, a mystic and a striker will go up to a witch and wizard and say, "Yo, what up?" But at the same time, a lot of the other classes will have issues with them. That mystic and striker, they have the innate magic DP, right? So if I just keep using my Rabam skill, I'll always get that magic DP buff. So that is some innate advantage I have. But most other classes will face issues with them. Now, I can't really speak endgame with them because I'm not there, and I haven't fought the really good ones for a long time because everyone I fought from that tier as a witch and wizard, they dunked me. But at the same time, anyone who's not at that tier of endgame siege level PvP, I've rolled up on them on as a mystic
The
and a
problem
striker.
with like 1v1 is like a gray area because
Yeah,
like 1v1 and like a 1v1 scenario, right? Yeah, like you're not killing like the witch is like it has some problems, right?
yeah,
But like 1v1 in like a large scale scenario, like let's say you're in a large scale and you're off to the side in like 1v1 against a witch, it's just as bad as Slug Wizard because most of
yeah,
the times you're half HP, you're already out of stamina because you're in large scale, you're moving around all the time.
yeah,
Slug Witch is the same problem as Slug Wizard almost at this point, right?
yeah.
So it's hard. Like if we're talking strictly 1v1, yeah, Witch is A plus or S. Wizard is S plus. It's just
S plus.
Wizard is S plus, 100%.
So as a
Like
ninja and Hashasen Kuno, would they have an issue? Like, would it
yeah,
be
against
more than a
against
skill?
a really good like a Suck Wizard, he knows his shit. Yes, 100%. Any
Interesting.
Suck Wizard that knows what he's doing, like I'm not talking about the flavor of the month ones you see. If
Yeah,
you see a Suck Wizard who's actually good at the game,
that's
it
what I meant
is
by like
it is
those.
unkillable to even that. Like Warriors will maul over that class too. I'm telling you, like it's just because it doesn't have a grab that it doesn't like a grab doesn't make or break a class from being
Oh,
good one
100%.
v
I
one.
agree.
The mobility and the slow stacks and the range and the fact that he has like other classes, it's protected damage, right? Protected CC is considered like range CC in BDO is typically considered a protection because you're at range, right?
Yeah.
But Wizard is not only just that, but the skill is actually protected. It makes no sense. It's the only class where like the range CC is protected. I don't know why. And it,
It's
like
a wizard.
Meteor, it's just an insane skill, right? The CC is pre-rendering on the floor before the actual explosion goes off. It's
Then I guess I understand why
Yeah.
which would also go to S tier in that case. Succession, anyway.
Yeah, so like there's something that a lot of witches don't know, but I had the opportunity to find a witch who
Yeah,
really knew what she was doing, and it's kind of like the Musa Mewa comparison. That
right.
meteor and TP is so broken because like if you're a class that doesn't have a grab and you're trying to stay away from her and you're trying to get that range CC, she can just hold meteor and TP with the insane frontal. It's like oh my god, you know,
Yeah.
and you can imagine how that's annoying. Like if any of you in chat are playing Suck Witch, try it. Hold Meteor and TP with it, and you can do that. And that is pressure in itself because that's going to hit so hard, right?
Yeah.
And I don't see many witches doing that, but I found one that did it, and it made me mauled. Like it really did. Witch and Wizard, they make me so angry. It's the only two classes that like can really make me mad.
Let's rank them now. Let's rank each tier like in an order.
In an order.
All right. Let's start with the bottom B tier because I want something easy. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
well,
already
I
done.
mean, that's already done properly. A tier. How we rank A tier here?
Okay, so we got
I
Dark
would
Knight.
put Archer at the very back of A tier. I think Striker, Mystic, and DK are stronger 1v1ers, and all those classes do more damage than Archer as well.
I think this is in order now.
Is that
I might,
Mystic in the front?
yeah, I might
Yeah.
be a bit biased with Mystic, but yeah, I
I
mean,
think I agree with you on the Mystic. I agree. Like I think we had a little bit of a disagreement on Archer. I still think Archer's B tier personally, but I
I
agree
just think
with
he's better than
with.
Ranger and Shy.
Oh
I think
yeah,
I think it's
yeah,
too
that's
much of
true.
a stretch to say he's on the same level as them.
I agree. Like
Now,
definitely better than
Ranger is
Ranger and
better
Shy.
than Ranger is
But
definitely better than Shy. Now, we
now
just don't
Mars
want to
Skill's a
have
different
like,
story, right? Like
yeah,
Stock Ranger's so good, but like anyways, yeah, I agree with you on the Mystic and Striker. I don't think that's a bias. The fact is, Striker has gaps. Suck Mystic can stay in a true 24/7 rotation.
yeah.
I heavily agree with you on Mystic being better for
Look,
1v1.
guys, I know Awakened Ranger can kill people in 1v1, but their protections are bad.
They lose too many matchups.
They have no class that they can really roll up on and style on.
Yeah, nope.
Ninja, Kuno, they can definitely pick a few of these classes and say, hey, you're gonna die.
Ranger sees those SDRs and sees, oh, I'm running away. That's what Ranger is.
That's not a Ranger, Awakened Ranger whooping those classes. That's a good player whooping those classes.
Yeah, I mean, I've fought Time Bomb and Flannels, like all those Rangers, dude. Like, there's nothing. It's not because of them. Like those guys are good players. That's the class, man. Like that class, it sees those S tier classes and it doesn't want to fight them. I'm telling you.
Those really good players are the ones that are making Ranger great. The Ranger is not by
Yeah,
nature. It doesn't have that. I mean, it has a lot of bursts, but it doesn't have those protections that every other class above it has to a certain extent.
yeah.
Like that's just pretty much it.
I
You can go on a Shy and kill people. Like
I stand by
comes down to
Ranger
you.
being. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, I mean the protections are just so abysmal. Like, she's also really squishy, so she doesn't have the iframe spam. She doesn't have any solid SAs. Even if you give her an SA, she'll fall over.
Yep. And
Anyway,
I agree with the whole A tier. I think that's ordered properly, in my opinion.
yeah. All right, A plus.
A plus. So
So the
lock me in.
Guardian is the one I wanted to
Okay.
revisit.
I would like to put. This is hard. I would say like A plus. I think Stork, Zerker, and I think Stork, Zerker, and Maywar are like a three-way tie, in my opinion. Like, it's really hard to rank those. I would put Guardian in the bag of A plus because obviously she's slower. So against some of the S tiers, she can have a lot of problems with, right?
Yeah.
But I think Stork, Zerker, and Maywar are a three-way tie, in my opinion. I don't know what you think about that.
See, I can't really comment on Mewa because I haven't fought enough of those.
Yeah,
Guardian
so
is one of those classes I feel would float between A plus and A.
I base my Mawa off my Ashi, so
Mm-hmm.
he's a tip top Mawa. He's one of my good buddies
Yeah.
in my guild. So I mean, you can look him up too. He's
I mean, a
very
good
very good
striker
at
can,
Mawa.
like, fight these guys. I'm not saying, like, these A tier classes will lose to all of these. As a Mystic, I fought plenty of all of these classes, and I won against a lot of them. But that's, like, because of a
It's
player
crazy because
skill.
when I fight Noodle Ming, I almost want to put Zerker at S, right?
Yeah,
Because Noodle Ming is honestly just a scary Zerk right now,
dude.
and like with the iframe buff they got, it's honestly huge.
Yeah,
But like I don't know if that's just the player making the class that good or if it's actually Zerker too, because you don't see too many good Zerkers nowadays that are
yeah,
truly insane at the class, right? So
yeah.
like Zerker has, I would put Zerker at the front if anything. I would say Zerker's at the front of that.
That's fine. I think I understand why they're so
Noodle's really
close.
good too. Like he's the only Zerker that gives me a problem 1v1. So I kind of want to put Zerker at the front because that iframe buff they got was really valuable in my opinion for Zerker. Really, really valuable.
All right, guys, we'll make a thickness tier list someday. Chill. They're like the number of people who are mentioning how thick she is.
Yeah.
I
And then
get it.
I would say I would say I would say Sork and May. It's pretty tough. I would say May a little bit better 1v1 wise. So
Hmm.
I would say Maywa has less bad matchups than Sork. Sork does have a few bad matchups, which is
Hmm.
obviously very strong.
I think I'd agree on a three-way tie there. I don't think.
Yeah, it's almost a three-way tie in a sense.
What's up, Russ? All right, S tier.
Okay, so we got Witch. So I would put Witch in the back. This is another. So I would put Musa at the back with Witch as well. Um, I kind of want to say Kuno, Hash, Ninja, Awaken. I mean, actually, I'd say Kuno, Hash, and Ninja are S equally, right?
Okay.
And I'd say Lon would go after, and then Musa before Witch. I would say
Okay.
Musa before Witch for sure, and yeah, right behind Lon. I think that's how I'd order that. So I would say Kuno, Ninja, Hash, or three-way tie. Then I'd say Lon, and then Musa, and then Witch in that order.
Yep.
That's how I would put it.
Yep. I agree. Like Kuno, Ninja, and Hash, they're just so powerful, and they are like Ninja and Kuno. They are different, but at the same time, they can dominate. They have the
I,
kit. They have
I
the
will
versatility.
say though too, like people have to keep in mind that Hash is a 4 month, like 4 or 5 month old class now, and Ninja's been out for so long. Right now, Hash is like still being discovered. It has the potential to be an S plus. It has so many tools. Like it does things that Ninja can't. It can cancel his grab, right? The block jumps, the mobility, the going through frontal guards with the engages.
It's not as
It's
early as Nova, so I wouldn't put him down there. We
it's
know he's
almost too
good.
early, but we do know Hash is S tier. I think within a year he could become S plus. It just depends. But I definitely think he's an S for now.
Damn it! I really
Hash
want
has a
to
lot of
bring
potential.
Nova back. I can't believe I deleted her.
Yep.
Oh well. Anyway, now for the S plus. So hard
Wizard
to
number one.
rank the other guys.
Wizard number one for sure.
Yeah.
I'd say Warrior number two, Valk number three, Tamer number four.
Okay. Fair enough.
I mean, you can even put Warrior number one, but that's I know Warriors that won mauled about good like Wizards too. So
How
yeah,
many good tamers are out there right now? They're so rare.
Mamo, Balance, Chelrog, yeah, Shade. Those are your good tamers.
Guys, I accidentally deleted Nova's tier. So she wasn't a too early to say tier, so sorry.
Yeah, Nova's too early. I don't even have. I just think on paper she has everything.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We have to wait for people to master her and
Yeah.
start doing some
So
work on her.
it seems like the only disagreement we had really was on Archer.
I think if we had to like put a C tier and put like Shy and then Archer and Ranger, I think it makes
Yeah,
sense. I
that
just
would
think
make
he's
sense.
better than Ranger.
I agree with that. Like the thing about Archer, he's not bad because of the protection. This is bad because of no accuracy at endgame.
Yeah, this is
That's
an
all it
endgame
is.
sort of thing. Like if you look at soft cap, he's really good.
Yeah. Like if you gave Archer an extra 10-50% accuracy, right?
Yeah.
He easily becomes A plus.
Yeah.
Easily. And even though like this tier list is built in this way, like A plus and above, it's all skill. A plus and above is all skill except for like the S pluses. Those are like S pluses go beyond right now.
S pluses are the ones that are mechanically superior. S is mechanically superior to A plus. A plus
Yeah.
has a bit more going for them than A. Like, I mean, I fought many DKs, and you know, the really good ones really dunked me as a mystic at the same time. I was able to beat the bad ones. So it really comes down to a lot of these things. It comes down to individual player skill. But once you're at the peak skill, at the end game, max gear, and really high level of skill, that's when matchups really start being a thing. Like, a really good Awakened Ranger can beat me as a mystic.
Yeah.
But once you put like a really good mystic in my place, you know, they're going to
I
be able
think
to abuse their
I
mechanics.
think from the casual end side of things, people are
Yeah,
going to disagree with Sork,
they're going to disagree
and
with half this list.
no, I think like for a large majority they'll disagree with Sork and Musa. I
Yeah,
think people are going to want Sork to be S plus.
and
People want
Musa.
Musa to be A or A plus. But like I'm trying to talk about this from like a tip top player perspective, from like other people I fought and other people I've seen play their classes as well. I think this is a fair list, in my opinion. I think it's fair. I
Sword
think,
slaughters
but
nublets.
of
Easy
course,
to say, yeah.
it's all opinion, right? It's all opinion. At the end of the day,
Like, if you want to roll one of these S plus classes, great, but you have to put in so much time mastering it. Like, there is a lot of depth to each of those.
as much as V8 suck wizard, it has APM. You have to know what you're doing. The
Yeah, I
difference
mean,
between like a good suck wizard and a bad one is huge. It's huge.
someone saying Sork, the striker beats Sork most of the time. I think a good Sork would like to differ, and at the same time, a good striker would say, "Yes, I'll beat a Sork."
Yeah.
It's not. This isn't to say like I'm telling you, I'm a Mystic main. I fought every single one of this class. I've beaten every single one of this class, and I've been beaten by every single one of this class. It's a skill thing. Now, mechanically, I think by the time a striker can catch a Sork, he'd be out of juice. How much APM do you have? Do you need to be good? I really want to get an APM counter in game. I think it should just be displayed like FPS on the top right.
Yeah. Yeah, like a little Osu beats per minute little counter.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, dude, like desktop APM is one I used to keep up on my stream when I was grinding like every stream.
Yeah.
And at the top right, and people were able to see like I'm going sweaty because sometimes it just fly up to 100 when I'm PvPing. It's really useful, and then you see like a tamer actually flying in the air. You know exactly what's going on there. Very quick fingers. But yeah, dude, I think this was fun. I think it was insightful to a lot of players because I'm not at the end game. I mean, I fought a lot of those end game players because they're kind enough to switch to trial and beat me there.
Yeah,
But
I'm trying to, because I've done a lot of PvP myself, and like I've been
yeah,
able to see some of this stuff at the higher gear. Um, I know a large majority of mooses will disagree with me, right? But like when I talk to like, the guy from KR, his name is Blackface or SSM,
yeah,
right? Or when I talk with Kyriem or when I talk with Spicy Musa, right? We all agree that Musa is a GOAT 1v1er, and it just is.
yeah. And anyone who has trouble wrapping their head around the kiting aspect of the game, think of it in a tournament setting. Whatever it takes to win. And then think about, is it fair or is it not?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a 1v1 list,
it's all
right?
about the
So
dub. It's all about the dub.
it's just a 1v1 list. But for 1v1, and yeah, like that's the thing too. A large majority of Musa players, the thing about Musa is like it's a class where you need to understand other class matchups. So like
Yeah.
most Musas you fight, it's going to be easy for you. But when you fight a good one, you get tilted very fast because they're not going to rush you and they'll kite you forever, and they'll make the matchup last long.
Yeah. Now, one thing I
So
always say about MMORPG PvP, knowledge is pretty much half the fight. Knowing your class, all the details of its skills, and knowing other classes is paramount to being successful. Like being able to knowing what the approximate CDs of certain classes, their approximate grab cooldowns. It's such a crucial thing in this game. Like they missed their grab. You saw that striker take a hop back. You know he missed his grab. How much time do you have to style him? So it Knowledge is
objectively
key.
looking at this list, right? Like from a
Yep.
Muso standpoint, I can tell you like it doesn't lose a Zark or it's even. It counters Sork. Maywa is even. We counter Guardian too because we can just arrow them until they do make a mistake. They can't catch up to us. It counters Striker and Mystic because of the arrow tactic. DK gets out engaged by D-Bite and arrow, right? Archer just gets countered by Musa's SA trading. Ranger can't do anything to Musa. Shy obviously too. And then within the S tiers, right? It can stay away from Lan forever, right? Witch it
Yep.
can stay away from. Ninja, Kuno, and Hash give it an even matchup. Tamer it can kind of stay away from, but you have to watch it for pet CC. And like in the S pluses, it has problems with the Valk, Wizard, and Warrior, right?
Yep.
But that's why I think he's S. He doesn't lose to anyone below, right? And even like Wizard is kind of like an even matchup. I think the only classes he really truly struggles with is Valk and Warrior. And
Yep.
Valk is only because of the resist meta. If the resist meta goes away, he doesn't lose the Valk anymore.
Yep.
So
Well, I think this has been very insightful for players. I
yeah.
mean, guys, these are the opinions of Shaky and myself from our experience in the game. You know, play the class you enjoy the most, get good with your class. Like a really, really top tier ranger is going to be killing 90% of the players he faces against. You're not going to be facing the best of the best in every single fight, right? This is
Yeah.
a very niche tier list in that sense. Like there isn't any 1v1 tournaments going on right now at a regular basis.
I
So
think like those two classes need the most explanation, Musa and Sork, because
yeah,
Sork, it's like again, like I
everyone
said,
thinks Sork is the god,
really
but
not. Yeah,
it has its place. There are some aspects of it which are, S
yeah.
plus, like 1v-Xing, which class can really.
So do you plan to do like a large scale one and PVE one? Oh, you did a PVE one already, right?
I did a
So
PvE one for endgame, which is, it's a bit off in terms of the trash loot
yeah,
comparisons.
the game's always changing with PV anyway.
That,
So
but I had to like take into account like difficulty of a class. Like if I'm, playing a ninja versus a guardian, I mean, the amount of effort you have to put in is different. So you
yeah,
have to take that into consideration. Anyway, I would do a large scale. Problem is I don't do any large scale because
I could help you with the large scale one.
yeah, I think for a large scale one, I think maybe we should bring in like one other person. So it's like yourself and someone else, and I'd just be like, just sitting here because I really don't have the opinion
Why don't
there.
we uh, why don't we get a choice?
Choice? Hell yes.
I used to do I sit on Arsha a lot, and I used to do a lot of node work. So you
Yeah.
get choice, that'll be really good, and I can help you as well.
Yeah, let's do it.
We can ping choice on the content corner Discord.
Yeah,
Hit him
for
up.
sure. Well,
That'll be
I
good.
think we can conclude the tier list part here. Let me switch it back. But dude, thanks for joining us with this. What are you
No,
doing now?
I'm happy to be here, man. That was really fun.
You sleeping or are you still grinding?
I mean, I'm honestly still up. I might just go to bed. I don't want to mess up my schedule.
You
What's it,
normal
1 a.m.?
person.
1 a.m.
There was a time like just a few months ago, I used to be up to like 3 or 4 every day, and then I was like getting less than 5 hours of sleep, and it was just killing me.
it,
But
it changes when you become a content creator because like you need time to do stuff and like
yeah,
feeling more fresh waking up early, and then you get your stuff done really early, and you have free time for the rest of the day.
yeah. The thing is, like, my work is a lot more demanding. I'm a consultant, so my hours aren't stable. Like, I'm starting my meetings at like 8:30 or 9 in the morning, but I'm also getting into meetings at like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. And yesterday I had a meeting at like 11:30. It's because I'm working with people in West Coast, I'm working with people in Asia, and it's all over the place. So it's just what it is. So
Yeah, I
I'm
was
just trying to
looking
play
at
around it.
I was thinking what Chicken of Darkness was saying, and I was double thinking DK as well because I really do feel like DK's thought on. I think it's a great class.
It's a powerful class. I mean, it comes
Yeah.
down to your individual skill. And then what we had to consider is like
How many
the
matchups it has problems with?
yeah, the mechanical limitations of it. Like, I don't see a DK catching a Hashashin all too easy.
The conclusion we came up with is that DK is what you make of it. If you're really good, you'll
Yeah.
be able to fight anybody.
Yeah. And that's for most classes, right? Like a really good Awakened Striker, he's gonna go around slapping kids. But at the
Like
same
you
time,
fight CP, he's a good striker. He can deal with anybody.
yeah.
CP or Devio, those guys are good.
Yep. Let me see how long I've been live. Almost 3 hours. That's usually my limit.
2 hour tier list.
Oh no, it was only like an hour or something.
Okay.
Yeah, we grinded for an hour, so
Yeah.
just lost my mouse. Hold up. Switch back to BDO and right.
Yeah, Suck DK does have good catches. Like slanted is really strong, and then they have that like the small block jump ability.
Yeah.
That new Rabomb they got's amazing. It really is amazing.
What does it do?
It's like another dash they have. It's like a good catch. It's good for them.
Nice.
DK got some love as recent. It's definitely good now. Even the Awakened DK solid too.
Yep.
I've seen
I need to
DKs
fight.
pop
I
over
need to
the
fight a few more. The only one I fight, he just bitches about it 24/7.
If we have to do like a dead class tier list, it's DK and Musa.
Dude, I don't see enough tamers in the game. They're very rare.
Tamers too, yeah, dead class.
Once upon a time, they were like super popular.
Dead class tier list.
During the Awakening days, I think they were at their height. In popularity, anyway. I think Awakening was like not really well rolled out. So I did read this in a devlog. They said that, you know, they made a mistake with how they enforced Awakening. Like it completely changed the playstyle of some classes. That's why they went to Succession.
I think what needs to happen when PA takes over and they appoint their new partners.
Yeah.
I think we as a community need to get on PA's head about Suck Wizard and Witch because like they nerfed every other class so quick. Like they nerfed Suck Lon so fast. They nerfed Musa really quick when it came out.
Yeah.
They nerfed Suck Ninja right with the stance really quick.
Yeah.
They nerfed so many classes so quick on release. Even like Hashashin, they nerfed the Rabomb so fast.
Yeah.
But they haven't nerfed Suck Wizard. Like why? And their plan is to buff other classes, right?
Yeah.
To be as strong as Suck Wizard. But how do you do that? Because Suck Wizard has protected ranged one-shots.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna make a Warrior's Black Spear super armor and one-shot you from distance? Like, that's how you balance us to be like Wizard, right?
Dude, that's the thing. Like, I really want to understand, like, from a development perspective, what their reasoning is. Like, if they want to keep a class really powerful, I'd like to hear the reasoning behind it. Because if you ask World of Warcraft devs, they'd be like, well, we don't balance to 1v1. Understandable, because there's so many classes. It'd be really difficult to balance 1v1. They do it to one.
Wizard is strong in everything right now.
Yeah, they do it to 3v3s, and understandable. Like when I was playing in a 2v2 tournament for BDO, normally if I grab someone, I could be like, hey, 95% chance I'm gonna kill them. But in a 2v2 settings, it's like, oh shit, now I'm in the open. It changes. So if they have a different mentality or a different idea of why they balance certain classes the way they do, I just like to hear it. I just want to know.
It blows my mind that like they haven't visited a siege in NA, EU, KR, at any region, right? All the top guilds, it's just 70 to 80% Suck Wizard.
Yeah.
Right? Suck Wizard was so strong that people rolled off of Witch for Suck Wizard for siege.
Right.
And
that's something. Rolling off Witch for Wizard. Yeah.
Here's the other thing too for like large scale, and I can understand why they wouldn't nerf Guardian as well. But like when they nerf Suck Wizard, if they ever does happen, the next pick would be Valk and then Guardian because of what they spam in large scale. Now I can understand Guardian not getting nerfed because I think that Guardian, it'll lose SA trades for sure. Like you can't just stack Guardians.
Right.
Valkyrie, I could see that getting stacked after the next thing. That's like the next big thing if Wish Wizard were to get nerfed. But I truly do think when PA takes over, with the Discord we made, we definitely need to pitch it. Like, PvP will become so much more fun when witches get nerfed and wizards because PvP right now, it's like when a wizard rolls up, it just becomes cringe for everybody.
I think it's not going to be enough to just post it in Discord. The chance of them actually, reading it, I think we're going to, as content creators, going to have to actually explain it in a video, just show it.
need to like have a podcast. We need to send it to them, whatever they do, because at least this time it's going to be direct with PA.
Yeah.
All we have to do is reach out to other regions and show their sieges as well as ours, and make them understand that like Wizard is not okay right now. It's ruined PvP for a lot of people in the game. It really is.
Hasn't it been that way for so long though? The sieges, like they've always stacked casters.
I mean, yeah, like okay, like yes and no. Like before, like yeah, it was strong, but you could still be a gear carried flex class and dominate, right?
True,
But
true.
now
You can put
that
a
is
lot of kills on the
so
board.
hard. It's so hard to suck Wizard to do that. Even with gear, it's so hard to do that now. It's because of the stacks, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those
If
things
you want
like
to realize this, just go to Arsha Stars End, get into a GVG, wait till Snake or Chow shows up. They bring the wizards, you'll see what I'm saying.
No, I understand. Like when you
So
have a
tough.
diversity of classes, like you won't feel it as bad. Like if you have 3 different classes all really good versus 3 really good players and, different classes, that's one thing. But then when you have 3 people on the same class, everything just gets magnified. If they all use a meteor, it's going to hurt. Like it's just the nature of how duplicating classes in MMORPGs is. Like it's always been that way because it's when you
The
synchronize
mechanics
it.
of it so good too, because like this is what happens. If a wizard gets CC'd,
Yeah.
for example, in large scale, and there's like a bunch of rat classes around, right? What the wizards will do, they won't peel. They'll just TP in and do Rabam heal, and then they don't die.
Yeah.
And then everyone gets up, and then everyone voltaics. That's the problem. Like, it's little things like that. Like, they can heal each other. They really have everything. They heal each other, mass AoE, mass slow, range DPS.
Right.
Suck
Their kit's
Wizard is
just
what you
way too
get when
versatile
you
there.
give Suck Ranger protections with a heal. That's what you get with CC.
Yeah. Man, Rangers. I know people are upset about that one, but the
Yeah.
lack of protection is just stupid on Ranger.
Suck Ranger?
Any Ranger, honestly.
Yeah, if they had any protection, it'd be broken. Like Suck Ranger is balanced. Like, see, Suck Ranger can top frag in any scenario because of
Yeah.
how much damage they do. But guess what? That Ranger, there's a solution. Just go kill him. It's all you have to do. It's not like you can literally say, okay, go kill him. He's not safe. Just you can literally walk up to him and kill him. He's paper too, right?
Yeah.
Wizard
They're
is like
really
you don't
squishy,
do
but
that. Yeah, you don't.
they
do that
don't
to
have
Wizard.
like a powerful heal. They don't have a PA. They don't have super armors. They don't have that long range instant mobility. Mechanics is just not balanced. I really want to know what's going through their head. I'll even accept if one of the devs say, "Shut up, noob. I like my wizard."
I just want them to hit the transition, and then we need to pitch it ASAP.
Yeah.
Because like okay, man, like that PA got nerfed. Whatever, that's not the problem.
Right.
It was part of the problem, but it's not the problem.
Yeah, that's not all. They had so much for them. Like it took so long to just nerf that one thing. There's a lot
It's
going for them.
it's crazy to me, man. Like they nerfed these other classes so quick, so
Yeah.
quick.
I don't understand it. Not one bit.
Like Suck Ninja came out so strong, nerfed, right? When Musa came out with the bloomings, they nerfed blooming 3 times. on Suck Musa within a month, right?
And it still does work.
It still does. They nerfed Suck Lon like 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
Right?
Ranger real quick.
The Zerker 200 meta didn't even last a month and a half.
Yeah.
Right? And now we have Wizard, which hasn't gotten nerfed.
And they've
In how
consistently
long?
been buffing them.
Yeah, and how long? It's like, come on.
It's like when I look at the patch notes, it's like Sork and I mean, of course, it's like Sork's Awakening and stuff, and probably Wizard's Awakening and stuff. But I mean, it's indication that they're looking at the class, but they have something else in mind.
I remember Suck Warrior too.
Yeah,
Suck Warrior was so strong too. Then they nerfed it. It's like, where is the Suck Wizard nerf that we've all been asking for? Like a lot of these classes that we were complaining that were broken,
Yeah.
right? We didn't complain nearly as hard as we did about Wizard.
Yeah.
right? Like it blows my mind.
Yep. Oh well, that's all we can do is wait, and hopefully the transition goes well, and hopefully our accounts don't get deleted, even if we accepted a transition.
Yeah, I mean, I heard it went smooth for a lot of other regions, so
Yeah,
maybe it'll be good.
I think PA is like top tier in terms of
I think they're
what they do.
bringing back pearl gifting too.
Yeah,
What I
that's what I
saw,
heard.
there's only one thing that bothers me. I heard it in the other regions. I don't know if this is true, but I heard Merv's palette is separate from the value pack.
Yeah, I mean, you see a lot of those items which gives you access to that palette, no wonder. But I don't think PA would change fundamentally how like the buffs work. Like, I don't think they're gonna change anything.
Yeah, if listen, if they remove my Merv's palette, I'm quitting.
I think,
I'm quitting, dude.
you know
You
what? I
can't, you
can't
can't.
even argue with that. Like, styling in this game is like half the game. I mean, you want to look good, right? Like, I don't think they will though. I don't think they're very cognizant of what goes on in each region. They accept that each region is different. That's why, like in Calpheon Ball,
Equal wins.
they were like pointing out the differences in the regions in the Calpheon Ball. So I think they're aware of it. So I don't think they'd be like, hey, we're gonna make value packs untradeable or something.
You know what's crazy to me too?
What's
It's
that?
very absurd to me how BDO hasn't released like a cosmetic battle pass and like cosmetics every on a bi-weekly basis.
Yeah.
Like, could you think of how much money PA could be pumping out if they just released costumes every 2 weeks and then like they have like a cosmetic battle pass that gave us like weapon skins or like emotes to use in game?
Yeah.
Like, you know how I broom people when I kill them sometimes?
Right.
Like, just add more emotes for fun and like they could make so much money.
They could. And one thing
And
they
they
never
could
did
they
is
could start
dances.
pushing out creator codes too for all the content creators. So like
What is the reasoning for not adding dances to the game?
that's Fortnite. It's Fortnite's thing.
No, I mean like every MMORPG has like some dance to it.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Like every single WoW has it, Arcade has it, Final Fantasy 14, Guild Wars 2. Like,
Yeah.
does Guild Wars have it? I don't remember, but
I think emotes and like cosmetics they need to capitalize a lot harder in BDO.
yeah, I think if they just put out dances, that would just make them bank. Like, I don't know. They did have a reason. I think it was like because people would be too toxic with it. I don't know. They had a reason. It just wasn't a good reason. I
BDO is
forgot.
already toxic. It doesn't matter. It
Yeah,
doesn't
Guild
matter.
Wars 2 does have dances, right? Yeah, I just haven't danced there for a long time to remember, but like dances are kind of cringe. I think they're the most fun to do when you kill someone. Just go up to them, dance on them. It's golden. But yeah, it's just something they never did. They have a reason for it. I just don't know what the reason is. Shy music as a start. That's like some of the things. Like they add some stuff. It's like they were
Can't
working on
wait for
this.
a Shy to come up on stream and play the Mortal Kombat theme, and we just get DMCA'd.
Dude, I don't have the sound on for my game. I don't have volume on for it ever.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I have to put the audio on. Like at least I can hear the combat and stuff. I
Yeah,
have
I mean
to.
for PvP I can understand it 100%.
I need those audio cues in PvP.
Yeah.
That helps. It's funny.
Dead God Mainhand, I don't know about that, guys. Let's just stick to the important things right now. Let's
I
just,
think they're gonna do Dead God across the board. It's gonna
eventually.
happen.
I think that's going to be like the long-term plan, isn't it? It's just their progression of the game.
I am excited for the new content though. The raids, the new Chaos Rifts that are coming to our show is gonna be
Yeah.
sick. Haddam servers are gonna be awesome. There's gonna be they also have Arsha Haddams apparently too.
What is a Haddam? I'm a
The
bit
Haddam server?
uninformed. Yeah.
So it's a server that it's gonna so it's a server that makes all the like the new like the low end zones
Yeah.
like beefed up and like they're gonna be high AP gear and some of them are gonna be group spots.
Nice.
Like they're gonna like basically in the Haddam servers it reworks like Baragi Den and like Orc Camp and like all those areas.
Oh, okay.
And then yeah, and it's like it drops like a lot of mats for
Yeah.
like Black Star and like enhancing your Black Star and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's really cool. And so far it seems like a lot of the KR players are making a lot of silver per hour off of it.
Nice. Yeah, I'm looking
And
forward to it.
the new chaos rifts sound really cool too in Arsha. Like basically when you're grinding, it has
Yeah.
a chance for like a rift to spawn, like a wave of mob spawn or some sort of boss thing happens.
Yeah.
And it'll announce it in the Arsha server too. So that'll be really cool to see. I like things like that.
Me too.
I
And
think this group content, dungeons, it's amazing. Keep doing it. But please, for the love of God, give me some silver per hour through PvP.
they're gonna be like, well, have you tried RBF? You get rewards.
Yeah, no, it can't be RBF. It's got to be something different. Like, have you ever played Albion Online?
Yeah.
Like the Hell Gates.
Screw
They
that.
could
I want people to drop their pen so I can pick it up.
no, not like that. But like,
Well,
they need
yeah.
just like Hell Gates, something like
Yeah.
that, right?
No,
That
I
like
got you.
we're competing for PvE, or like they could add an area where like, let's say in a certain area they add like a new area where like everyone's flagged permanently.
Yeah.
And like the area you grind, like let's say it drops like there's like the base trash loot. But like let's say the other half of your money comes from like rare drops, like like pirate coins and pirates.
Yeah.
Remember how you could kill someone, they would lose their coins?
Oh, yeah.
You
Trade
could loot
items.
the coins off of someone.
Mm-hmm. Dude, Arcade was just so fun. You could like kill people and take their packs and shit.
Yeah, like I need something like that. Like if they do something like that on BDO, it'll be so popular. Like this game's only missing that. It's missing the group content, which they're adding, right? And then they need to add the profitable PvP content, and the game is perfect.
Yeah, I do compare it to other MMORPGs. This is definitely a unique one. I do enjoy the aspect that they let you play the game how you want.
Yeah,
If you want
it's
to,
almost there. It's almost perfect.
yeah, and the thing is, they are going to keep trying to improve it. So I guess we just gotta, be loud about it. Just let them know, hey, this is what we want to see, and keep throwing it at them until they finally relent, I guess.
I definitely do think as this content comes out, we're going to see BDO grow more and more and more.
Yeah, they've always been on the upward swing. I mean, sure, the number of players does fluctuate. Like after anniversary, like maybe it dropped down a bit, but it picks back up every time they release a new class or
It
new.
dropped a lot at one point, and then they started with the quality of life changes.
Yeah.
And now adding this is what's bringing the game back to life.
Yeah, I mean, like if they didn't change the auction house, I would never have come back. Like if they didn't change the marketplace to the new one, that was like my deal breaker. When my friends told me, yeah, they changed it, it's normal now. I'm like, well, okay, let's think about it. My dude, you just come in 3 hours into the stream and asking for the tier list. He's like exclamation mark tier list. Dude, we talked about it, so you can rewatch the stream afterwards, my man.
Yeah, I played Arcade Unchained at release too.
Texas flag.
Did you play Unchained?
Yeah, I was really hardcore into Unchained. Tyrannos.
Okay, were you on Win?
No, I was on Tyrannos.
Tyrannos? Okay,
Yeah.
so I was on Win and I was a part of the Cha-Ching gang.
I ran into some of the guys from Man Up there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think Jeffy or whatever that
I was
dude's
in
name.
Fury. You might know them as NACL for
What was it?
It was NACL or Fury. You might know them.
No, I wasn't too versed with the winning guilds.
They were apparently like one of like the top guilds, right? For like previously. But I was a part of the whole like Cha-Ching world boss exploit thing in Arcade. Because everyone was doing it, man. Even Messiahless was doing it. Like Vert, we were all like on Win.
Yeah.
We were just fucking like 50 gold per boss.
Yeah. I got you. Like that.
Didn't even do Arch Pass exploit. We were just killing bosses.
Their intent was noble, like releasing a non-pay-to-win version, but it has flaws because Arcade is the kind of game that if you don't have pay-to-win in it, how are you going to differentiate players because they have the stupid Hiram system, and then that just becomes a daily scape. You can't miss a beat, and you can never catch up.
The problem with Arcade was the Hiram system. That should have never been in the game.
I know. Like, everyone did it. Like, freaking Terra did it too. Like, they used to give you a set of gear, like a full set of gear when you hit cap. And then you just do dungeons. Like there's different tiers of dungeons, and you farm out the material.
Just needed 2.0 Arcade, with all the new gliders and mounts and content. That's it. No new gear, or maybe like new better
They need
gear
to improve
sets.
the client. Like, it took like forever for the game to just start up. That was nonsense. Like, Arcade Unchained, like, you'd sit on the load screen for 5 minutes before it popped up. Yeah, there are like
For sure.
a lot of games that, you know, drop the ball here and there, but at least they did try to make that legit. I mean, they never made it truly pay to win. I mean, now there's like some labor, or what is it, labor recharges, or
I haven't even tried. Like I played Unchained and I just stopped playing.
yeah.
I think I was like top 100 in like gear score for win, and then I just stopped.
I peaked at like 86, but I can never catch up to the others until they quit.
What
So
were you playing? I was a Death Wish.
I started as a fanatic, but then my
The
arena
Mage
class was
Ball.
emissary.
Yes, the Mage Ball class, the Fanatic.
So I came into arcade with no arcade experience, so I didn't know about like gear sets. So I thought, oh, I'm a mage, I should wear cloth. I was getting destroyed by everybody.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until much later that I really peaked, and it's when I started playing the 1v1 equalized arenas. That's when I really shine. Like, very few classes could, like, you know, counter me. It was like some heal.
Because Fanatic was the 1v1 god.
Nah, nah, nah. I played emissary as a fanatic. As a clothy, it was really bad. And then as leather, in like the equalized, it was fine. But there are some classes which just, you know, could burst me down.
Classes 1v1 basically in that game. It was very unbalanced 1v1.
Yeah, I mean, at late
Wasn't
game, mages are
it?
gods. Like early game, dark runners would like one shot everyone, but once everyone has gear, that changed quickly. But emissary was like, it was occultism. I forgot the names of these classes now. I literally just made a video of arcades last week. I should remember it, but there's occultism. What was the other? Malediction, and there was the one with the shields and stuff. The tanky shit. I forgot what it was, but it gave me the kit to be tanky.
Battle, I think it was Battle Mage.
Nah, it was something else. Let me actually open up the freaking calculator. Now it's gonna just...
Skull Knight was the tanky mage.
One sec. No, emissary was the name of the class itself.
Oh, okay.
1 second. All right. All right. Well, let me see. Here, Aramancy. Freaking hell. That's what I was trying to remember. Malediction, occultism, and Aramancy. That was the combination, because the utility of freaking occultism plus malediction had decent utility and damage, plus the tankiness of Aramancy. It was like very few classes could stand up to me. And equalized arenas were just so fun. I really like the game for, you know, having those things like equalized 5e or free for all 6-man or something, 1v1 arenas. This game should have a queue for 1v1 arenas. Anyway.
Yeah. Remember when Shadow Arena was a thing, and like that was so good for the game because we could make silver per hour PvPing.
What was that?
Even though Shadow Arena, when that was anything in the game.
I wasn't around for that. What was that?
Oh, it was like BR for BDO. It was like a.
Oh
like,
wait, the different game, right?
Yeah. So before that became a thing, it was actually just in BDO called Shadow Arena.
That's what it should have been, because when I played,
you could make like fucking 1 point, like you could make 1 bill plus a day doing that crap.
dude, that's how it should have been. It should have been in BDO, because when they made the separate client and everything, it didn't feel like it. Like the combat, it was nothing like BDO. It was like a different game. I didn't like it.
Like that in Shadow for this game too. It's like the pre-awakening jargon, right? But like,
Yeah,
still, it was like something that we could PvP for and have fun and make silver.
I think that was a big mistake. I think that's what killed the game. They should have kept it within BDO, at least use the same game mechanics. But when I was like playing a striker on there, it just felt completely different. It was a different game.
You know what blows my mind too, like how they deal with PvP. Like, you know how they give you like the Arsha skin?
Yeah.
Like for some, why is it 30 days? It should be permanent. Like what? like okay, you're telling me that they have screenshot contests and you get a permanent title.
Yeah.
But for PvP they give you a 30-day title and a 30-day skin? What?
Yeah, I don't know.
It triggers me so much.
It's the little
That's why
things.
I really hope, like, because I applied this time for the partnership,
Yeah.
and I'm one of the few PvP channels on YouTube that has an audience, right?
Mm-hmm.
I really hope I can help like, get them to get some PvP stuff for us.
Yeah,
I hope.
definitely.
If I have
In
any impact
honestly,
at all,
in
if they
terms of the
care about us at all, I really hope I can do something.
in terms of PvP, or sorry, no, I'm thinking about something else. In terms of like your Twitch is bigger, right? I think you get
My
partnership based on that.
my YouTube is bigger than my Twitch
In
for sure.
what sense? Like the views per month or in sub count?
I haven't really looked at it like that, like because I've never streamed much at all.
Okay.
Um, so like YouTube wise, if I post a video, they'll
Yeah.
usually get 10K in a day,
Yeah.
right? Throughout a week, they'll hit 20 to 40K depending on how well the video does.
Right.
Sometimes I'll get a lucky video where I'll get 100K plus
Yeah.
over time, of course, right?
Yeah.
So like YouTube wise, like if I upload a video, it'll get 10K in a day. So I view that to be more than my Twitch.
Mm-hmm. It's just like the difficulty to reach those numbers is different depending on which. Like, it's much easier to reach 10K subs on YouTube versus on Twitch, and getting more views on YouTube because it's always there.
Followers is a different thing.
Yeah.
But like YouTube has an algorithm where you can grow as a creator.
Yeah.
Twitch doesn't. That's why I tell everyone to grow on YouTube before you do Twitch.
Yeah.
Then you can bring the YouTube audience over to your Twitch.
Yep.
Much easier time. But I don't know. Like I mean, I average like when I do stream, it's anywhere from 200 to 300 average.
Right.
So I think like Twitch wise, like Choice is definitely like the biggest PvP channel, followed by Vert whenever they siege.
Yeah.
Like you know, because he's mainly on Twitch. But for YouTube, I probably have the biggest PvP audience, I'd say, in terms of PvP
Yep.
YouTubers.
In terms of views per month, who do you think is the biggest?
I think it's like a four-way tie between Fake Uni, Uzi, Ace Alpha, and Rapolis, and myself. We're all like
Not
pretty
even
up there.
Views per month. I was looking at the metrics. Evil Do Us Harm has everyone beat.
Wait, who's that? Hold on.
He does beginner content. He does guides. He does a lot of. He's the most consistent guy I have ever seen, and he's been like YouTubing for over 7 years. And I think in the last year he really hit a stride. 7 years, 10 years or something. He's OG in terms of YouTubing. He like yeah, he has over 1,000 something videos. I mean, he came from Blade and Soul. That's true. Yeah, but
Oh yeah, so that's what I mean. I'm talking about people that grew naturally off of BDO. Even like Mr. Rapolis, like he has a lot of subs, but he came off a different game, right?
did he? Oh, right. He was playing that Arc or
Grew
something.
strict off of BDO, where Fake Uni, myself, and Dragon Uzi.
Let's
Ace Alpha, Rapolis, and Evil Do Us Harm came later.
right.
In terms of like BDO creators, that was like myself, Uni, and Uzi.
Let's do some social blade and snoop on people. Yeah, it's one of those things. Like some people, they might have been doing like I think like Evil Do Us Harm did.
See, I'm looking at Evil Do Us Harm's like views on his videos, and some of them average below like 5K, and then you have some that have like
he's more frequent updates. Like he'll talk about like the yesterday's patch notes, but that's not going to be relevant for next week, right? So
if you look at like myself, I get all mine are like 10K plus, and then some will be 20K, and then I have a few 50Ks and 100Ks.
yeah, you got a solid community. Like
We're consistent. Fake Uni is around the same. That's what I like. Social Blade isn't really the end all be all. You need to look at like what you're getting per video. That's a more accurate thing because some people may post more, some people may post less, but also someone might have a video that's just getting 1 million views somewhere.
Chris Foley is the godfather of video content. I love that guy.
I love Chris Foley.
He's dedicated. I appreciate that.
But yeah, I think it's like a tie between like us five, really. Like
Yeah,
for PvP, I'm probably the biggest. For PvE, like this is strictly YouTube, right?
Yeah.
For PvE, I think well PvE / enhancing, I'd say Uzi.
Mm-hmm.
For the story-driven content, Fake Uni.
Yeah.
Right behind it would be Ace Alpha.
No, I really like the way Uni does his videos.
I'm always fake, man. I've been good friends with him for a while, and
Yeah.
then I'd say Mr. Rapless as well. Like we all have different niches. At the end of the day,
Yeah. I'm still trying to find my niche. I pretty much just do whatever.
and on the come up, I would say is like yourself and Chris Pauly for sure.
I'm like neck and neck with Chris Polly. It's like the eternal duel of subscriber count. No,
I want Chris
I love
Pauly
that
to
dude.
come shot call and nowhere for me. I'd
If
love it.
if there's a official tournament, I want him to commentate.
Yeah, Duo Dessel has the niche too, for sure. He
Mm-hmm.
does all the spot reviews. Yep.
Yep. Like Duodecil's videos really helped me out when I first started playing. I like his dedication to it. Yeah.
What? Chris Pauly needs some drama? What?
Trouble with Indonesian guild. He's being toxic.
I can't see that, man.
Well, maybe that's just him in English. Maybe when he's speaking in his language, he's like, straight up OG, like
Dude, I don't know why people are so
bullying
bent over
people.
that. BDO.
He's nice to us.
Listen, it's BDO. I guarantee you, every creator you think is nice is toxic in game.
I'm
telling you.
super toxic.
It's
People come up
BDO.
to me and say, duel for spot in Stars, and I'm like, nope. They flag up. If I beat them, great. They walk away. If I don't, then I'm going to be chasing them for 3 hours at that spot. And I'll purposely wait 15 minutes before I'll log out for 15 minutes, come back, and then grief them for 3 hours straight. Because I want them to pop their scrolls first. Everyone has a dark side, guys.
Listen, it's BDO PvP. Everyone's toxic. Like me, for example, I'm toxic towards toxic people. I'm just toxic for no reason. Like when I'm toxic, I get toxic.
Dude, I love your trash talk.
It's content. It's fun. Like I don't take it seriously. It's just fun.
It's a bit entertaining.
It's entertainment, man. It's nothing serious. It's a game at the end of the day. But people on BDM, man, they take the shit to heart. It's so funny. Like someone will call you dog shit. I roll them. I call them dog shit back, and like, yo, you just killed my grandma, bro. It's like, dude, relax.
Oh man.
It's BDM, man. This is the closest community you'll get to League of Legends with toxicity.
Yeah. Hey, Drill. It's about the principle. I have over 200 loot scrolls. I'm pretty much I'll beat most people in terms of loot scroll count because I'll never use them all. So what if I'm toxic? It's all in good fun. I mean, like I don't hold.
You don't think Choice trash talks off the stream and Archer sometimes? Delusional. Everyone does, dude. It's BDO. Everyone does, man.
Dude, you made a Game of Guilds video, right? Which was a guild you did for?
On filter.
Filter. Dude, that series Lakari made, Barcode was my favorite, and I must say, when I'm watching that, I know that guy was having fun when he made it.
And like with filter, dude, it's fun because like they in their defense, like they were being racist to a lot of people. I just don't like that. Like I'm all for ban racism and like these things. It's not cool, man. So, and it's funny because I went after the GM. So I think you saw that video, right?
I did.
Yeah, I went after the GM and like he was scared to fight me. Well, like whatever. It's all good now because we're all good now. It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good fun.
Now we're all chill. Like me, like us and Filter, we don't hate each other. We're all chill now. It's fun. Like people, they take it too seriously, man.
Yeah, I mean, this game at the end of the day is like all you're doing is gearing up for what? So you can wail on each other, talk trash. That's a part of it.
Like if you really take some trash talk to heart in this game, man, it's not good. It's not fun.
Yeah, 1 second. Ahad, that's not just for Striker. I think like Wizard, Guardian, Mystic. I mean, I did as a Mystic, but a lot of classes can do it. Just give it a try. Like otherwise, you just need another like 5-10 more AP.
Oh yeah. So if you haven't heard, Dandelion is a new meme right now.
What do you mean?
Okay, they did a really big no. So you know how like Hamzy passed away recently?
Yeah, I heard that.
One of their streamers was like bad mouthing about Hamzy. So that's like huge. Yeah. So now it's like Filter and like Corrupt and like myself. We've all like joined hands to hunt Dandelion now.
Oh shit.
So like that's what I'm saying. It's all good, man. It's just BDO. We're all here to have fun. The politics in the game is what makes BDO fun.
Hell yeah, agreed. I
PvP
mean,
community. So if you really think that like you're going after these guilds and like just because they're part of this guild they're a bad person, like you are so delusional. I'm sorry. That's not it, man. They're just having fun.
dude, the toxic guild versus guild drama that was around in the beginning of BDO was the best because we only had 6 channels. If
That's gone now because the Kari quit.
I
Right?
mean, even then, like if you're at war with someone, you would run into them because you'd go for the world bosses. They'd be there, and you could fight them there. I thought that was fun, and there was only 6 channels, so you'd run into your
I
nemesis a lot more.
I felt like I took that on like solo as of recently with like the whole filter stuff, right? Like I really like did kind of kill filter a little bit, you know.
Oh
So, I
man,
mean,
I'm not
like
too familiar with these guilds because I never really got to that siege thing, but I think
like
it's really entertaining watching.
filter a month ago was like at 100 members. They're 47 now, but
Oh
like
my god,
it's okay, man. Like
did
I
they
think
just
we
downsize or what happened there?
there's a lot of factors. There's a lot of
Yeah.
factors, but like we've all like had our differences and we're all good now. It doesn't matter.
In terms of best guild, what's your opinion?
Um, I think Cho is stronger than Snake right now, from what
Cho.
I've seen. Cho Nation is strongest guild, followed by Snake. I don't know if it's necessarily gear. I think it's just the mechanics of how Cho functions
I
as
mean,
a
they have
guild.
Lord Cho. What else? What can anyone do?
Cho with how they function as a guild in PvP is better than Snake. But like in Snake's defense, like they just want money and they don't care. They just want money.
Can someone paste the saying of Cho Nation? What is that? They have a saying, something that ends with filthy gaijin or something. I thought that was a hilarious thing. That was amazing.
Lord Cho strong like Nippon steel.
Yes. I love that.
Uh,
No, I think
yeah,
BDO is
the other thing is too is why you don't see like the toxic siege drama anymore is because siege has been dying out.
yeah.
Like these last 3 months, you've seen Filter go out, you've seen Bassi Corpse go out now as of recent.
Oh, true. I haven't seen them
Yeah.
anymore.
So
So what's going on there? Is it just that the meta shifted to a extent, or are
now
they just
what's
burnt out?
happening is people aren't enjoying Siege for a multiple amount of reasons. Number one, I think it's multiple. Number one is the witch. What's the witch wizard problem? Number two is the
Yeah.
HP changes. People don't like them.
But hasn't that meta always been there? Witch Wizard?
Well, it's worse. It's the worst it's ever been right now.
Okay. Yeah, you mentioned
Now
like a
Siege
geared player
still-
would be able to put up
It's
kills.
different than it was back then. Now it's
Yeah.
just like that's just the game, you know.
Yeah. And what was the
That's just
HP change again?
The 5,000 HP change, 10,000 HP change
Oh,
you
yeah.
get for holding a castle. Yeah, a lot of people don't like that, but it's just dying out.
One thing people have to remember, like devs have to remember, is that I know only like a few percentage of the player base play endgame content, but that's what people aspire towards. So they got to keep it healthy.
Don't mind Hibiel in chat. That's just the Karen of Black Rose. Don't worry
What's
about it. We call him Susan. He's a little bit of a meme. Don't worry about it.
Oh, what's up, my dude?
You know he's mad because the first thing he said was angry.
I think when I was playing back in the early days, the drama that I used to witness as on the sideline was just hilarious. I think that drama needs to be there. I think the devs have to make sure Siege is healthy to keep that going.
Yeah, well, they need to add more incentive for Siege. They need to fix it up.
So,
There's a
what do
lot
you
of
think?
problems with the
With-
desync and the lag, and then the wizard problem, which is a lot.
All right, the desync, I think I can talk on a little bit. Their game engine, I don't think there's anything they can do to fix it other than slow down classes. Like the way latency works, I don't know unless they.
Latency and desync, whatever. Just fix the wizard witch problem
Yeah,
and make the rewards a little bit better. And the other thing too is I think another problem that like is happening is a lot of PvP guilds just die out
yeah,
because they fight these top end guilds that are just vastly stronger. And I think this is what I was kind of getting into earlier.
right.
The class discords do a huge disservice to our community because The class discords, when you go in there, for example, you go in there, they'll tell you to, for example, the biggest one is Zarka on Often, right?
Yeah.
You go talk to them, they're like, run Zarka, don't run Often. You're like, why? If you run Zarka, if you don't run Zarka, you're stupid. Like, what kind of answer is that, right?
Right. I mean, it depends on the class. I mean,
They're telling people to run stupid items like Tet Narcs. They're telling people to Kaffir or Tet armors. And then what happens is you have all these new people that apply for these new end siege guilds. They go siege, and then they're fighting these top end guilds with garbage items, and they're getting rolled, and then they quit. They feel,
yeah.
they feel like they can never catch up. This is one huge problem we have right now. The class discords, they do a huge disservice to the community for PvP in this game. Not every class uses a Zarka. Not every class uses an Often. Period. Every class is different. Every class has different accuracy modifiers.
Right.
Not every class is going to go with an evasion build. Not every class is going to go with a DR build.
Yeah, understood. I mean, like, I think the only use of it is for like a new player who just rolled a new class, needs a build to work with. They can find the information there, but a lot of it is gonna have to be like individual assumptions, like, or experimentation. Like, you're gonna have to play your.
Like, anyone who says Tet Narcs are good, beg to differ. The other day, a friend of mine, right? He was running that Tet Narc meme. I tested my damage on him, right?
Yeah.
Because he was like a Tet DR meme, right?
Sure.
I was like, okay, take your Narcs off, right? And I did the same damage to him.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna kill someone in a combo either way, I mean, what's the difference, right?
Yeah. So what I told him was like, you see, like all you're doing right now is inting your AP bracket for PvE games and PvP.
Yeah.
So, like, these mistakes, all this stuff, it hurts the game. Like this is a huge problem. I think the class discords are really hurting our community right now in that regard for PvP. People are just running wrong gear, and people don't have the answers for what evasion versus accuracy truly is in DR versus evasion. There's different benefits to everything. Like you will see certain people that run full accuracy and it works. For example, Lunar Lee is a Valkyrie. He runs full accuracy on Valk because Valk hits the hardest in the game. And then when you have that accuracy and 300 plus AP, you just one-shot people. People don't live.
Understood.
And it works. But you can't run that build on a Musa, for example, and expect to do more damage because you already capped accuracy on Musa. Right? Like,
Definitely.
Musa has to benefit from higher AP bracket.
Yeah, each class is different. I mean,
So
people need to like experiment and, you know, just practice and change things up. Like, people ask me to do like class disc or class guides and stuff. I just never do it because as a mystic, I don't have a proper rotation. I use the skill that's appropriate at the situation. You know?
like even people in Chell, you'll see some people running offense, some people run Zarka, some people are hybrid, some people are full evasion, some are DR. Snake, same thing. But they're playing to the meta of what they know for their class, or they're trying to achieve a certain thing. Now, when it comes to early end gameplay, right? A lot of seasonal people that come into the game, they don't know that you can hit soft cap in 2 weeks on on seasonal and then just farm fucking fail stacks up the ass, right?
Yeah.
Like, my friend knew that because I told him, but like, people, they don't know this, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
you can get hundreds of stacks off of seasonal and how much money that is for you, right?
the ease of like preparing on a seasonal is so great. Like, even if you're full Pentavala, the things you can do, you can still go farm at like early end game spots and make good money, but you also have the benefit of like the time filled stones and exchanging those, and it adds up. If you want to look at it from a monetary perspective, you can actually add, like, you can give each fail stack a certain value, and you'll see like overall that is a lot of money, and you are outpacing someone on a normal server. But of course, they're not going for those fail stacks. But in the long run, it does have its place.
Another thing is too is that like some people sometimes they'll watch Twice's stream,
Yeah.
and they'll see that he runs Pen Narcs. So people think it's okay to run Tet Narcs, but like, no, it's not. He has so much gear.
Yeah.
He's still 309 AP with the Narcs, so it's amazing for him. Right?
Yeah.
But when you're a new player, that's not how the game works. It's a little different, you know?
Full disclosure, I'm actually Ben Kaposha and Kafra the Tet gears, but I did it to hit the 329 bracket so I can go to Sakraya.
Yeah. So like,
It has its place. I mean,
so
like,
let me tell you something about that too, right?
yeah.
I can guarantee you your silver per hour with Sakraya and Star's End is similar. Not
Oh
any
no, I
different.
prefer Stars End 100%. The only benefit of Sakraya is no one's messing with me.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not
and
fighting.
you don't need that bracket at Star's End. You could have just saved that money for a
Oh,
pen.
100%. Like, Stars End,
And,
I was doing this from 305 DP. Like,
and that's not your fault. You probably just advised that from other people, right? So
I honestly just wanted to grind Sakraya without anyone bothering me because, like, it was to a point where, like, this was before I hit 600 gear score and fighting back was an issue. So I thought it would be better to just go to Sakraya and sit there, which I did. There were a few weeks that I didn't even leave Sakraya, made bank. But I'm not grinding that hard anymore.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying, man. Like she choices on guesses, but like, that's what I'm saying. Like pen narcs are good too, but like it's like you have to
Yeah.
know what you're doing with your gear. Like, see, I'm at a point now where I've hit the curve in my gear. I'm 285, 342 Kudum.
Yeah.
So that's like full Tet accessories, two Tet distos, and I have pen often, Tet dandy, Tet Kudum, and then full pen armors evasion.
Yeah.
So like right now, I'm at a point where I can benefit massively with a Tet Centaur bell swap and like an evasion offhand swap. So I can still maintain 270 AP and gain a shitload of like defensive stats, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's no cookie cutter way to play this game. I mean, people
Yeah.
are going to have to, like, if you're playing a striker, I can tell you the PvE rotation because it's a simple one, but not every class is that straightforward. It's going to take practice and you're going to have to figure things out, take different opinions. And even for builds, you got to find what works for you at that point of the game.
Yeah, like see, like I main Musa and Hash, right? So like now, like Musa, he has 71% accuracy modifier. It's absurd,
Right.
and it's not just on one skill. I can get 30 to 40% on my other skills too, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I know that all I want is AP and evasion for my class because I scale with evasion,
Yeah.
and higher AP will help me. Running a Zarka for Musa won't help me because I already have the accuracy.
Yeah.
I'll do less damage because I already have capped accuracy most of the time. It's like I'm trying to go for a 330 AP build eventually on Musa, and I talked to other Musas too.
Yep.
Like there's one Musa I talked to from he was in Snake. I think he's in Brutal now. His name is Argo Zen.
Mm-hmm.
He's insanely geared. He has an evasion offhand build on his Musa. He's 285, 436 APDP. It's
Yeah.
insane. He doesn't die.
Yeah, what is your thoughts on evasion builds for like lower gear score? Because my impression has always been, unless you're at like pen level, going evasion build isn't going to benefit as much.
So at Tet armors, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Now, from a progression standpoint, when you're swapping to pens, you should go evasion on any class in the game.
Right.
At end game, you're going to be tankier. Now, certain classes, when you enter pen, right?
Yeah.
When you enter pen on certain classes at lower gear level, you won't see a difference with evasion or DR.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is to go evasion anyways, because later on, swapping will cost you billions of silver, so it's saving you some money.
Yeah.
So, for example, like you play Striker Mystic, which has the highest evasion modifier in the game.
Yep. And we have
So
that 10% baseline.
if you already have a pen Heave and it's C11,
Yep.
and you buy a pen Liber, at that point you could sell your Tet Aragons for profit and just go Tet Muskins for the time being, and just go buy your.
I actually have pen Tavala shoes, so it's like same as Musket.
Yeah. So, there you go. So if you get pen Liber's Heave, like for certain classes,
my Heaves is C9, but yeah,
a little bit better because see, Striker and Mystic has good base stat, and then they have the evasion passes, and then they have the self buff.
that's what I wanted to do. I want to get Dead God and then switch to, Liber Muskin, because I think that would cover both DR and evasion.
Yeah, I think from a progression standpoint, it would make more sense to just go Pen, Liber, Dim, and then Muskin Pen, and then do like your armor in a circle, and then just C10 after.
So first Libers, are you sure?
Yeah, because because you're gonna get more evasion DR and DP out of the Libers compared to a pen dim. Because you're gonna buy a pen dim,
Well,
and then it's gonna cost you another 10 to 15 bill for the Kafras to get it.
right now all I do is grind. So
Yeah, so if you get the Lieber first, you're gonna see more benefit in PvE for tankiness and PvP, and then
Hmm.
you get the dim, and then you
Gotcha.
get the Muskin, and then by the time you spend that 10 bill on Caphras, it's more well spent than the Dead God because you're gonna gain more evasion, DR, and DP stat with the Caphras you're getting
Okay.
compared to just rushing a Dead God. You're not gonna feel it necessarily.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, like I'm currently running Begs and Oregons, and I don't know, the accuracy is gonna be a thing, right? Like if I was to go to like a higher end spot.
So number one, you play striker, so it's not a problem.
Well, then again, I have Tuvala gloves too, so Begs
Well,
isn't an issue.
hear me out, right? So you
Yeah.
play striker, so it's not a problem. Number two, Mystic also has good accuracy modifiers. Number three, if you look in the accuracy, I can send you the calculator for you.
Yeah.
You'll still be 100% hit rate in every grind spot.
Gotcha.
If you were to run off in Libra, you're still 100% hit rate. That's what a lot of people don't know. The only place where you fall below 100% hit rate will be all-ins, and that's everybody in the game.
Right.
So even Ash Forest, you'll maintain 100%.
Yeah, I'll definitely need to check that out. I didn't know there was a calculator for that.
I can send you that later if you want. Just hit me
Yeah.
up. It has everything. It'll calculate on people's gear evasion and the PvE mobs. So if you run Libras in PvE, you won't see a difference in your PvE trash at all.
Okay.
Yeah, like see, I'm 285 good. I'm pulling 6k at Starzan with off in Libra. So
Yeah. Let me check the prices. Someone said they're dirt cheap right now.
yeah, at Golems you'll be like 70%, right?
15, yeah.
Which is true. That's like everybody. But like, here's the thing: if you wear a Zarka compared to often for your class, right? So depending on your class, that's only like a below 5% hit rate difference for the difference of an AP bracket. So it kind of breaks even.
Right.
People don't consider that. That's why like the whole thing is like a debacle. So it depends on your class with like what you run.
Good stuff.
All class dependent.
Yeah, I'm just disappointed about failing those so many pen
See,
attempts. I should have just saved up.
Even like the striker Mystic Discord,
Yeah.
they'll tell you Zarka's better, and then you just have someone like Divios running often.
No, I don't even look in that Discord. I haven't been there in a long time. I use a Black Star because I think I was about 235 AP when I first started grinding Kortuga. And then I reached a 247 just through upgrades, and I switched to Black Star. It dropped to like maybe 244. But that's when I started Star's End.
Tap Black Star, right?
Yeah, and I never.
So let me show you something with that Black Star. So, if you get an Elfin, right?
Yeah.
And you C5 it, depending on what your gear is, you're gonna gain 2 AP brackets.
Mm-hmm.
And depending where you are on the brackets, you're only gonna lose 2 monster damage in PvE, but you gain 2 AP brackets in PvP. So you're only losing like 50 trash an hour.
Right.
So the Tep Black Star isn't as good as people think. I had a Tep Black Star for the longest time. When I swapped to my Often, I didn't notice the difference in my PV.
I don't know, like when I was that low of gear score, I think it was a huge difference.
Oh yeah, because if you're going from like a Tep Zarka to a Tep Black Star, of course.
Yeah, I mean it was
what I'm saying is, if you get a Pen Often C5, there's no difference with the, and it's relatively cheap to get to that.
Yeah, that's
Even
pretty
C3.
cheap. I'm just worried about like the Caphras because I need a lot of those for other stuff as well. So I don't think that's the right time.
Yeah, it's cheap and there's no difference in PV, but in PvP, massive difference.
Yeah, PV. That's all I'm doing right now, just grinding.
I think if you're a suck class, get a Pen Often C5 and just get the Awakening Black Star. That's the play.
Yeah. Anyway, now that's for later. I need to just start making money again. Like if I just do my bartering thing again, I'd do it fine, but just couldn't find the motivation to do it.
Are you already full TED accessories and stuff?
I think, kind of, because I'm using a Pen Kaposha I got for the event. So
that counts. Yeah, you're full 10 accessories. Yeah, you're at the point where you need the pen armors, exactly.
Yeah, that's why, like, I already got the flame, and I already have, like, quite a bit of Caphras saved up, so I figured, you know, just go for the Dead God.
See, look, the pen Often, it puts you at 277.
Yeah.
And then C5 is 280.
Right.
See what I'm
And I mean, I'd still be grinding here at Star's End and stuff, right? So,
Yeah. But think about that from a PvP standpoint and PvE, right?
mm-hmm.
PvP helps you so much in duel for spots.
Yo, when I'm dueling people, I don't have that issue with damage because, like, if I can grab them or CC them, the damage a Succession Striker can do, like when they're CC'd, so good. I feel like my tankiness is missing because they
Yeah,
can chunk me.
Striker's juice damage.
Yeah, like with 330 DP, I get melted. So that's why I was going for like DP right now, like pushing into
Yeah,
340s.
that's exactly what I did full tet accessories, then I went armor. You're doing the right thing. Definitely
Yeah.
doing the right thing.
Well, good stuff. I'm gonna just keep grinding here. I used J scroll. I got like 40 minutes left on it.
Yeah, Star's End is one of the best spots.
I love it.
Once you get my DP, you'll move to like churros and paddocks and we gotta get you on gatekeepers too.
Dude,
Gatekeepers are
gatekeepers.
nice. Yeah.
I need to get into that. Like, I haven't done it in so long. Not since they buffed it.
Did you message Shade for the channel?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you gotta message Shade in the Discord. I have it put in the channel.
Alright, I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's a lot of silver. That'll help you a lot. It's like 300 mil, no loot scroll. It's good.
Shh, don't say it on stream.
I mean, we prefer people to ask Shade because you have to do it with timers. It's a timer based thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
It's not like a secret. We want people to join the Discord so people come and do it with us.
Yeah.
There's not enough people running it.
Dude, this is ShakyBay in the chat with me. One guy didn't recognize you. He has a YouTube channel. Check him out at ShakyBay. Actually, I need to spam your link over there. Totally forgot. Where are my manners?
Yeah, you just gotta hit up Shade. It's just really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, good stuff. Like, this game is one of those that has a lot of depth. I mean, even gearing up has its own, knowledge requirement there. I do like that. I do like that it has that variety. I think it could use a little bit more. Like, once upon a time, like, I think people were a lot more willing to change up their offense. Versus now, it's like special cases, but I think that's just the way the game was built. They just made
now you just
so
want
good.
you want to have every offhand to have it for certain situations.
Yeah.
And that's the point where I'm at right now, where I'm doing that myself. I'm excited because like now that I'm at this gear, I'm at the cap. So like once I get the offense, all I have to do is spam Cafris, and then I'm gonna get pretty geared here.
How long you reckon to full C20?
It's gonna be a while for that.
I don't even want to think about that.
I'm content with hitting 660, which I'm getting close to.
Yeah. Mina, my rotation is generally like, it depends on the spot I'm at, but proc Wolf's Fang, Crimson Fang into Adamantine, but because Star's End mobs are so weak, I don't do the back attack to Tiger Strike. Where if they're tankier, I would first do the Crimson Fang, then do a backflow behind them, and then do the Tiger Strike into Adamantine. Just need to take split rotation. Anyway, I think this is a good point for me to end the stream. If you can just chill for a few minutes, Shaky, I got a idea I want to run by you.
Yeah, sure.
But hey, everyone in chat, thank you so much for joining. It was a fun stream. I'm sure plenty of people, I want to go back and watch my recording and just watch the chat. Plenty of people were unhappy about that, but hey, that's how it is with tier lists. You really can't say which is better, which is worse. I mean, at the end of the day, it depends on the player who's playing it. But thanks everyone for joining. Check out ShakyBay on Twitch as well as on YouTube. He does a lot of PvP content, one of the premier Musa players in the game, and Hashasan now. So check him out, give him a subscribe, follow, whichever. And I'll catch you guys on Friday. So, Twitch and YouTube. Take it easy, guys, and see you next time.